Hey there, Bandit Racing League fans. Marshall Crocker Jr. here, talking to you all about GeezerAuthentics.com, your place for official Bandit Racing League merchandise. Let's check out some of our hot new items, including the Jackson Knock t-shirts that come in a variety of sizes and colors, just the same as our new 785 Racing hoodies. They come in a variety of colors to keep you warm and toasty this winter season. You can also see our Simtrax Broadcasting merch to rep your favorite broadcaster, with some desk pads and some water bottles and various other merchandise, as well as our GFR Racing team shirts to rep each and every driver on one of the best teams in Bandit. Go check out GeezerAuthentics.com to see how you can support the series and your favorite drivers. Hey, Bandit Racing League viewers, Marshall Crocker Jr. here, talking to you about BanditRacingLeague.com, your place for all things Bandit Racing League information. Check out any of the pages on the site, including the schedule, to find out where we'll be the rest of Season 13. You can also check out the broadcast page to see past and future Simtrax broadcasting productions of the BRL. You go to our About page and you can sign up and learn more about the series and maybe be one of our newest drivers in Season 14. You can also go to our point standings to find out who's on the cutoff line to make the Season 13 playoffs, and finally see the results of our most recent race. Best of all, it's got links to Geezer Authentics as well as our live broadcasts, so you can get all your Bandit content.
LAT Racing Oils is invested in winning. With industry-leading at-track support, superior engineering, blending technology, and the World Championships to prove it, LAT is your premier choice for racing lubricants. Used by NHRA Pro Mod champions Jose Gonzalez and Chris Thorne along with their closest competitors, LAT Racing Oil continues to carry top-level racers to the winner's circle in all categories of competition. From engine oil to transmission fluid and gear oil, LAT has you covered from end to end in your race car. A nationwide dealer network means easy access to our products as well. Visit LATRacingOils.com for more.
Alrighty, good evening everybody and welcome back to Simtrax Broadcasting. This is Patrick Morrison coming to you live here from the Alabama Mile. We are here at Talladega as the drivers are sitting currently in pit road to go ahead and have a little chat up out there with the drivers meeting with race control of what is expected of them here tonight to go ahead and kick off another series here on season 13. The LAT Racing Oils 113, that is, here at Talladega. Let's take a look at what our race is going to consist of here tonight, and that, of course, being 113 laps, 70% fuel limit, and 3 sets of tires down there in the pit. One fast repair. Yep, I got a feeling we're going to have the big one out there, so these guys will have an option of being able to fix and get it squared away. Fixed setup league, of course, so everybody is going to be the same out there other than the person behind the wheel. With 111 track temperature out there, that is going to be extremely tough out there for the drivers. It should be pretty tacky. It should collect the car very well, seeing that we are in the next-gen cars here tonight. So it's the very last car that they have designed to come out with. I'll be your producer tonight. Stellar will be joining alongside me, and race control will be Nicole Krazel, and I believe Bradley Shin was able to make it in tonight, so we'll hold him to it, as hopefully RC will be all over the track. Stella, you have been here at Talladega multiple times. This brings everybody. There isn't a soul out there that isn't able to come up with a little something or be able to bring something to the table. But when you have a race, a league that works together, and then you start getting a bunch of new names out there, a lot of miscommunication can happen.
I have hopes that everyone who's running tonight happens to be in Discord so that they can speak amongst themselves, especially at a track where you need to say, hey, I'm coming up to push you from behind. I'm not trying to pass you, so don't block me and let's spin each other.
Yep. Well, a lot of drivers are going to be trying to work well together, and it's going to be, I would say it's going to be pretty tough. I even see some of our racers out here in the chat, Nolan Gross being one of them, is hoping that they're going to have a good race here tonight. And let's see, while we have the moment, to see exactly where all of our guys did qualify here tonight. All this being brought to you by Perfect Shine Auto Spa, John Osborne and Mark Allen Bivens. Not too bad there from those gentlemen. That it'll be our top 20 here currently on the track. And Stella, notice we haven't even split these guys by a tenth of a second between the top 20 drivers.
Ooh.
So,
nice.
Yeah, pretty close here as we rotate on back. Nolan Gross looks like he did not take a qualifying time out there. And RC will be down there at the bottom, not only one but two. And really, I'm glad to see that we have two race controls here in this league. These guys are able to go ahead and knock down and see exactly what they've got going on out there and have eyes on the track. And I would say it's a lot harder than it looks, being able to watch over 20 drivers out there, guys trying not to make mistakes and trying to keep the fighting down to a minimum. I would assure you, if we were to tune into some of the race chatter out there, that these guys are about ready to kill each other sometimes out there on the track. I know there are some pretty level-headed guys out there, like David Lakey, one of them. He's a pretty level-headed guy. He hangs back a little bit, doesn't want to get involved in any kind of silly stuff. But out on the track, I would say it's a little bit different. He ends up in some silly stuff out there on the track. And I think David Lakey would love to come into a number one spot here tonight and come away with a win. I think I wouldn't say it's going to be an upset out there for the 84 machine to come alive out there. I'm sure Patsy Steele joining along out there. Yep, she's out there in the chat. To see David Lakey come away with something. I know he's got a little bit of the Kevin Foster thing going on. Gets around a high spot out there and then gets taken out, unfortunately. Just wrong place, wrong time, and a lot of guys are having some trouble. Nolan Gross saying, sadly, he can't race tonight. He keeps on blinking. That didn't stop Jackson Knock at all last week here at Stella. I know Knock was out there still racing in the top 5, trying to make the best of it. But I think a few guys hopefully are able to clean up some of that internet connection. And once again, we can rotate back to David Lakey. He had a little trouble with some connection problems here tonight. Been blinking off and on, and I assure you, if you're going to be blinking, you might want to be in the back of the field and work on this field a little bit later. Matt Crockett is assuring us we're going to see him in the infield car care center. I hope not. I hope not. It's definitely possible, so we'll see how it goes. Another 2 minutes left here in the warm-up. Stella, do you want to give us any kind of information about this 2.66-mile track?
Well, that's right where I would start. 2.66-mile tri-oval. We've got some really nice bank turns at 33 degrees. The tri-oval is half that at 16 and a half. We can expect to see some really tight, close racing. I saw that heat temperature on the track tonight, which is going to be interesting. Currently, we don't have an exact fuel count, how many laps we can expect out of these guys with what percentage they're running tonight. But I think we'll find that out maybe without a caution. We can hope.
No caution at Talladega. Come on, Stella, you're killing me. You're killing me.
It has happened. It has happened 3 times.
Where?
Here at Talladega.
No. With us?
Yeah, really. Oh, I didn't say with us.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I don't know. Normally, everybody gets really greedy in those last 15 laps. There's a lot of pushing. There's a lot of shoving. And there's not toward the end. I would say this is going to be a nail biter right until the end. The last lap pass what is the killer. You can lead as many laps as you want, but it's only the last one that really matters here at the track. So appreciate you guys joining us here for the Bandit Racing League. Another great race we've got lined up for you here tonight. Simtrax Broadcasting coming to you live here for the LAT Racing Oils 113. Drivers are getting ready to grid up here in about another 20 seconds or so, and then we'll see a couple of these guys who've gotten some warm-up laps. It looks like only about 12 of them decide to get out there on the track and mess around a little bit. I believe, Stella, we have 28 drivers out there on the track that should be mobile. Not too many
Nice.
Toyotas out here on the track. Right now, I think there's only one, and that is going to be Ethan Sikorsky. He would love to have some help out there. Guys, if you were looking to join up to a racing league, the Bandit Racing League is always looking to get a few more drivers out there. Stella, I know we are leaving Talladega, and you want to talk about we're in a car right now that you can steer practically with one hand around Talladega, and we're going to get into another track of Darlington next week, and that is going to be for Fan Appreciation Night. We are definitely going to be talking about that later on here in the show here tonight. So what do you say we get ready to take a look at these guys and their starting positions?
Yes, I say yes.
All right, excellent. Now, right now, I would love to figure out why that is a fantastic view there by our cameraman. Good Lord, wake up, brother. Let's go. All right. Here we go. All right, our starting grid brought to you by the Perfect Shine Auto Spa. Bringing you John Osborne and Mark Allen Bivens in the front row. Brett Guzik sits next to Zach Michaelis, who is in fourth. Moving on to row number 3, Eddie Hagge starts in 5th next to Jackson Knock. Mason Flagar is 7th, and Kevin Foster. Well, Stella, you guessed
Yes.
it. The number 8 Ford is going to be starting in 8th. Ethan Sikorsky will be starting in 9th, and Bob Berry, another top 10 start. He's getting on a roll here lately, getting in the top 10s. Let's see if that bit of honey car that you love so much can fight his way up to the front. Now, Benjamin Lacey will be starting in that number 11 spot. Remember how Lacey has been doing here lately. That number 7 has been on fire. But on to his outside will be Marshall Crocker. Hopefully I'm able to see Marshall Crocker come out with a good run here tonight. He's going to need it out there in that 78 Ford. Moving on to the rest of our field here, ladies and gentlemen, where Carter Phillips and Matt Crockett are sitting in row number 7. Ricky Hart and Connor Gibson make up row 8. It looks like the Weathermaster machine of Sean Britt in the number 5 will be sitting in 17th spot, and the David Lakey, who is hoping to have a fantastic run here tonight in the 84 Chevrolet, will be starting in the 18th spot. Moving on to Jason Greenwell. Can't miss him. He's normally in that blue and yellow machine. Let's see how he does, but he'll be starting in, we almost said joke about, in the back 40. He's going to be playing chase there, but he'll be next to Cody Welch. And I guarantee you, Jennifer Wonders out there is wondering what in the world was he doing qualifying in reverse. Looks like Hayden Paul will be starting in 21st next to Bill Harkins. Harkins getting off to a slow start here tonight as he'll be starting in the back here of the field. Looks like he's in the Skull machine here tonight. Not bad. Maybe trying to rustle up a little bit of Harry Gant here to get his way through. Dusty White will be starting in 23rd, and Paul Wilson will be our 24th driver. Finishing up the field, Curtis Yancey, 25th. Douglas Ross, appreciate him joining not only in the booth, you'll find him tonight, but on the track here tonight. He'll be in the 26th spot. Zachary Tyler will be 27th. And I think Nolan Gross is still not making an attempt to get out there onto the track, so hopefully we do see him return. That is going to be your starting grid here for tonight here, ladies and gentlemen. Pace car is heading on off. It's going to take a little bit before we find Barney swinging that yellow, hopefully not the yellow flag, but swinging the green flag here as we get this one started. Notice John Osborne and Mark Allen Bivens. Osborne falls back here occasionally, but he's going to be looking to fight his way and stay up front. Here we go. Green flag is out. And away we go.
Yes, we're looking at the LAT Racing Oils 113 here at Talladega.
Drivers already still sitting side by side out there. They shoot through 1 and 2. No trouble on the track here so far. I see somebody who was starting from the pits. That's going to be Hayden Paul. So he's going to have a hard start here tonight. Seeing cautions are few and far between, but they do happen. If he's looking for a lucky dog, it's going to be a while, so he'll be hanging in the back. Brett Guzik already picking up one position here. As we say that for a moment, outside line starting to pick up some pace here. Mark Allen Bivens looking to get the first lead lap, and he's going to have it.
Wow, they moved up really fast, and Jackson Knock, looking much better tonight, is bringing up the back end of that. Oh, there's a whole lot more line, but Mark Allen Bivens just jumped out of it and is letting somebody else take that high line.
Yep, as everybody seesaws back and forth there on the track, he's trying to see how he can work his way up to the front. Speaking of somebody working their way up to the front, we were talking about David Lakey. He's up 2. Paul Wilson's up 3. Douglas Ross is up 3. But oddly enough, Bill Harkins has dropped down 4 positions to sit 26. Like I said, I still think he's wanting to hang back for the remainder of this race. Might want to try to let this one come to him. But if I'm not mistaken, was that Cody Welch I saw popping on the outside here in the back? I think
Would he do that?
Yeah, definitely. I think he was taking a peek. Can't miss that red, white, and blue from the MF Designs car. Right now, that paint scheme has been beautiful all year. There he is. Yep, right now that is Cody Welch from 20th to 18th so far. If he can find a fast line, we should definitely expect to see him move up to the front. Not bad here by all of our drivers so far. Connor Gibson, I believe, back in the Sour Patch machine. Yes, he is. Up 5, sitting 11th right now. It was a good run out there by John Osborne, but he has been marched out of the top 5, currently sitting in 7th, looking to see if he can work his way back to the front. I wouldn't say not so soon, as the 81 Chevrolet, he'll be tucked in behind. It looks like, yes, I believe that is actually Mark Allen Bivens, who was originally started on his outside, is going to now be in front of him. Bob Berry about to become the meat of the sandwich. Back he goes. This isn't going to be good. Let me see if I can find an overhead view here. And right now, this is Bob Berry's situation. Oh,
yeah, he was moving up there. He was up 7 places from where he started until they. Oh.
Yeah. Well, he wants to get out of there. Mason Flagar looked like he was going to help him, but decides not to. So Flagar gets on around, and the next one caught. It looks like it's going to be Jackson Knock caught in the center. Knock needs to get down that lower line if he can, and running out of time. Boy, some of these guys who get caught in the middle, they need to make a decision. You can't, if you're caught in the middle and you want to the outside, as soon as that spotter says clear, you better move. Or otherwise, you're going to keep marching back. So Jackson Knock, who is currently in the top 3, is now sitting 13th and still going backwards.
And Cody Welch actually just passed him on the outside.
Yep, Welch now up to 12th. Everybody always remembers the Dale Earnhardt race, coming from that 15th position to win it in a matter of 8 laps. So he is trying to work his way back up to the front. Marshall Crocker, he's sitting, not moving too much out there, currently up to 10th. I would say he's probably trying to take it easy, not seesawing as much as these other guys, as Curtis Yancey. All right, here's one. Curtis Yancey's up 20 positions so far, currently sitting in 5th.
Yes.
I mean, that is on a roll. Curtis Yancey up 20. Connor Gibson up 10. David Lakey currently sitting for 2nd, aiming for the lead here on the outside line. He's going to have Bob Berry, who got caught in the center, right behind him. Not bad. Great job here so far. As we sit on top of Bob Berry's Harley-Davidson machine, David Lakey's got the lead here in the LAT Racing Oils, 113, only 6 laps into this race.
Look at that's amazing. I mean, Bob Berry, you saw it, just was stuck in the middle, went back about 8 places, and here he is, back up in the top 3.
Wow. Oh, David Lakey now starting to blink. We got a problem here in the back. Mark Allen Bivens into the wall.
Yes.
Driver's starting to do a lot of wreck avoidance here. And now we've got a huge separation in the field.
And no caution.
Oh, come on, guys. Right now, Carter Phillips and Mark Allen Bivens still bumping each other out there. I know Bivouac has been in a little bit of hot water here this season. Does not want to start that again.
But it's good that they at least have 3 guys together.
Yeah.
They have a potential of catching up.
Now, somebody who's not having a good time is Jackson Knock.
No.
That is a right front tie rod. The end link is gone.
Oh, no.
Yep. That is a
no.
broken in pieces car here. Let me see if I can get a drone footage out there. Oh, he got it broke loose. Now it's rotating again.
Yeah, but I don't think it's steering in the direction he wants
No.
it to.
No, some more damage continues. No caution came out for this.
Yeah, I would like to see if we could. What in the world happened up there? I saw a whole lot of smoke off the wall.
Yeah, well, I'll poke in and see if we can find exactly what happened out there. I knew Bivens was coming off the wall at one point here during the race, and it did start slinging him backwards. Key would be finding exactly how far back it kept marching him, though. Knew he was back here with Eddie Hagge, and I don't know if he was any part of it. Here's a top view. Mark Allen Bivens in the yellow car.
Good checkup.
Yeah, a decent little checkup there. Welch underneath. I want to stick with Bivens here, though. Should have been entering 3 is where we had the problem. Little accordion up front, slowing down to the outside.
Yes.
Here's Crocker to the inside of him. Here's Knock. That looks Bivens into the wall just a hair. Whoop! There's something from Connor.
Yep.
There it is.
Oh. That explains Knock's right front tire.
Yeah, so how come Connor got out of shape here? The Sour Patch Kid now making a bunch of... Is this a bad push? But yeah, hook by the 29
yes.
of Zachary Tyler.
Yes.
Zachary Taylor was a president. Come on, man.
Yes. And the 94, you beat the Sikorsky.
Look at down at the bottom. You see Cody Welch drifting that thing?
I do.
Yes.
Got a... Nice.
All right, I'm fairly certain we talked to a driver last week about drifting around a turn. About losing, I think it was Benjamin Lacey, who actually ended up spinning around a turn out there, ending up in some trouble. All right.
Aw, Patsy, it's not... it's not you. She says, every time I cheer him on, something happens. I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Yep. That's all right. David Lakey still leading this race, though. Gets another lead lap to go ahead and get lap number 11 under our belt. And yep, we got a boatload of laps here tonight. I would say we're trying to watch some of these drivers clump up. Now, unfortunately, I would say, some say fortunately, some say unfortunately, no stages are going to be here tonight. So these guys will not have a chance of mashing each other together again. So here's how the track is set up and what we're looking at. This is the current position of our drivers. So we have a decent separation there until we reach back to about that 15th spot, I believe. I believe 9th, about 9th through 20th, all clumped together. Maybe about 23rd spot. So that feels pretty good. And then we go all the way back to Sean Britt, who has almost a clump of his own here. As Sean Britt, Mark Allen Bivens, I believe that is Carter Phillips trying to bring up the rear there. And from beyond that, one of the Big Red propane machines, Ricky Hart sitting 24th. And I believe Jackson Knock, he's going to be kind of behind the 8 ball here tonight. See, it was now going to be a lap down.
But he did use his fast repair, and he's back out on the track.
Yep. Well, that is going to be an early pit. We'll see how that works for him here. I would say the only way you get back in cycle is you almost need a caution.
Yes.
It has to happen, or otherwise he's going to be off cycle pitting, and that just doesn't work. All right, well, it looks like led by Zach Michaelis, who is currently sitting in the number 4 spot during qualifying, has helped the guys lead the way back up to the front. Watch them all fade to the top side here, and they're going to start working their way down the backstretch. It's a huge help there from the 97 machine of Eddie Hagge. Hagge looking to work his way up to the front. And a huge block there. But it looks like Jason Greenwell, who popped out of nowhere, slides in between Eddie Hagge, and now the mix-up. Here we go again.
Yeah, I thought Michaelis like kind of swiped in between them and zipped right past on the low side. Kind of, he was a slimy meat in the sandwich.
Yep. They're going to kind of move around a little bit. Fastest time out there through turn 1 and 2 this race does go to Zach Michaelis with a 24:24 out there. But the fastest lap actually goes, I believe, to Kevin Foster with a 48:92.
Nice.
That is blazing speed. So watch that big red propane machine down on the bottom here. And he is
the only one that's broken the 49-second lap.
Well, he's definitely might have a chance of doing it again here as he makes up a huge gap here, starting to reel in Douglas Ross, who's currently sitting in front of him in the Hendrick Motorsports car. 25 Chevrolet sitting directly in front of him. Watch the speed that Kevin Foster can pull through here. 48:92 was his best. Let's see where he ends up this lap. 49:66. So, man, he was even faster than that. Holy cow.
Yeah, we did have a little update, too. We're probably looking at a 26 lap of
Whoa! Douglas Ross bumped out of line here. Huge shove. Sorry about that there, Stella. It looks like Douglas Ross falls off the table. Gets a bad bump, flies off the line, but looks like he is able to recover. I don't think the 29 machine is getting ready to cause trouble, but maybe. Zachary Tyler has already gotten one little hook out there. On Connor, they ended up getting him in some trouble out there. So Zachary Tyler going to see if he can work that 29 forward again to help the back here of Douglas Ross. All right, continue what you were saying out there.
I just got an update on the fuel window. We're looking at about 24 to 26.
All right, 24 to 26 laps. So these guys are definitely on the run.
We're over halfway then to a green flag caution, if that is what, if we don't have a caution before that. Green flag pit stop if we don't have a caution. Sorry.
Yep. All right, a lot of new paints out here tonight, especially in the number 15 you see there of Matt Crockett. Can't miss that fluorescent highlighter color out there. Whew. Maybe Chad burning. All right, Stella, right now, in the top 3 have moved up a minimum of 17 positions tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Lakey up 17, Curtis Yancey up 23, Dusty White. Haven't talked anything about that 24 machine. Who's currently sitting 3rd, if not 4th, depending on how Bob Berry's racing that car on the outside. Not a bad job here. Bob Berry trying to work it from that outside line, work his way up to the front as we sit on the outside of his driver's door.
Man, these guys get close.
Yep.
This would be a door draft, I take it.
Yes. Well, it helps them wrap around there, and definitely it'll make them wiggle a little bit. But I would say if we were in the 87s, this would not be this way. Those cars themselves, even in the draft right now, we just teetered and touched the edge of 200 miles an hour between David Lakey and Curtis Yancey. Out of the draft, the 87s will touch 227 or 232.
Jeez.
And it is a rocket ship. So it's actually the only car I have found, even at Talladega, a wide track like this, that you have to lift to make the turn. So it's fast. But these guys in the next gen, so we should have a pretty decent race here tonight. Guys are able to make maneuvers without it being as dangerous to themselves or to the other drivers out there. So fortunately, in the rotation of how these cars ended up going through, this should be a decent race here. But David Lakey is going to be losing the lead here. And don't hang your head out there, no matter what, whether he's the leader or not. John Osborne, remember I said he fell all the way back. Currently, he's now up to 7th. So a lot of cycling you're going to see here tonight. Another lead change, but that's okay. A lot of things are happening out here on the track, and really, I would say some of the things you want to take a peek at is how guys are running out there in the pack and how are they running with each other. Dusty White is getting marked out, trying to hold on to the top 10, but he's squeezed in the center here. The longer they're squeezed in the center, these front clutch of 9 cars are starting to pull away. And he is losing some momentum here. Got to slide to the inside, and he does. Great job. Looks like he's able to cut in front of Ethan Sikorsky out there. Sikorsky is going to hold that top line, moving back. A couple of guys are trying to find out where they fit into this run. Sitting currently on board with Curtis Yancey. Look at this. Huge pile up.
Caution. Number 1.
Who was caught up in that one? Yellow flag is out. I don't see any destroyed vehicles out there on the track. Everybody currently still up to pace.
Interesting.
Now, what would be nice if, it was just kind of a, well, not a simple spin out, but something where somebody didn't get absolutely destroyed out there. We'll take a look here and see our first caution here of the night. As we sit atop Bob Berry, I'm looking to see if it started somewhere around here.
Whoa.
Oh, no. We got guys separating. I see Jason Greenwell is a little slow.
Yeah, they're already avoiding something it looked like that happened in front.
Yeah, Greenwell is way slow here. Here we go. Let's see. Boy. Right there.
Man.
Greenwell into the wall, but look. No worse for the wear. Great job and wreck avoidance by everybody out there on the track.
Really?
Great job. So Jason Greenwell, the only one with a substantial amount of damage to the front nose of the 83 out there. Bad push. And that's going to bring out our first caution here of the night, brought to you by LAT Racing Oils.
Who was it that gave him a push there?
Try to see if we can get a little bit closer here. I think that was Douglas.
That Douglas?
Yep. Well, he wasn't pushing. He went to the outside.
Nope. Yeah, he did not push. Okay.
Yeah, and he kind of hooked himself there. Bummer.
All right. Well, we have I'd say mass exodus, but this is more of an introduce. Mass exodus off the track into pit road.
All right, pit road extremely busy right now. We're waiting to see which drivers do and don't come in. Kevin Foster decides to hang out. I'm sure we'll see him revisit probably a lap from now. So he will go ahead and take the final spot. That seems to be his MO. He definitely comes in later to have an extra drop of fuel out there. Stella, why don't you go ahead and give us a little bit about LAT Racing Oils and what these guys do for the race car drivers and the drag strip drivers out there on the circuit.
Sure, because LAT Racing Oils make full and semi-synthetic racing oils. They make gear oils, trans fluids, nitro, supercharger oil. Let's just say they carry everything that you could need for your pro race car or your home hot rod. They're available in 16 states, Australia, and Canada, so find the dealer near you. And you can do that by searching latracingoil.com.
Awesome. Alrighty, everybody really kind of tipping their hat out there to Jason Greenwell and for saving it. Everyone knows here at Talladega, it ends up being
the big one?
The big one. But it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, Stella, it looks like they are giving the EOL to Douglas Ross.
Oh.
So he may be taking fault for it to stay out of any sort of trouble. I don't blame him. I'm not saying it is his fault. I'm not saying it isn't. But let's take another look here, as I want to take another angle of what Douglas Ross is doing out there and see where in the world you know what I mean? Is where is he at fault here? And I would probably want to find... Nope, that is way
Yeah.
too far away. Closer, Patrick.
Yeah, I like the angle straight down, but just a bit
Come on,
closer, like you
dude.
say.
You gotta
We'll
do
be
something better
able
than
to
this. That's a little
check and
close.
check and see if he's riding up or down, if he's uh oh. Honestly, I don't see Douglas Ross moving.
Yeah, but watch Greenwell, though. Look how he saves this thing.
Yeah, but that's a
Yeah, Ricky Hart taking the brunt of the damage, too. Getting caught between him and the wall.
yeah.
54 looks like he's able to check up enough. Boy, 54 was able to lock him up. Almost rear-ended him there. I wonder, before we get back underway here, we'll take one more look. And I want to see Jason Greenwell here. And let's take a peek off the back bumper and kind of see what we see from his angle.
Oh, no, that's interesting.
Yeah, you see Douglas turn hard left once he sees him come across the nose. All right, here's Douglas making the pass. Slides to the side. Ah, yeah, who knows? That might have been a little net code there.
Well, we
All
have
right.
a few fellas who have decided not to come down pit road at this juncture. That'd be Marshall Crocker, Ricky Hart, and Bill Harkins.
Yeah, he might be thinking something's going on. Alrighty. Might be gambling and something else happening out there on the field. So Michaelis will cut out of pit road first with an 11.88 pit stop time. Green flag is out, and man, Stella, is that a lane change?
I hope not.
I hope not either. Green flag is back out now. Is out in front of Mason Flagar. See if we can find our way back to the front.
That Eddie Haggy
Who?
pushing on the inside?
The 97. He will
Yes.
actually be leading. Yep, leading on the inside line.
Yes.
Yep. As Brett Guzik sits currently right behind. David Lakey not out of the game yet. He's back in it. And we'll see Zach Michaelis here. We started on the outside line. We'll double check and make dang sure. You want to talk about a heartbreaker. We want to see and make sure we weren't under. He's on the inside line here. 12 gets a jump start. And switches lanes. All right, so we'll double check and see if anything happens out there to the number 12 out there on the track. I know that RC is looking into it a little bit here to see if the number 12 did switch lanes heading to the line at the restart. So we will double check and see if RC does look at anything and comes across anything out there on the track to see if any penalty is going to be divvied out. I know, Stella, there are a couple of them. I mean, Bradley and Nicole up there, they'll figure it out. But if we do see that 12 duck off, or if we do see a penalty, we will let you guys know. If we get this one back, if something happens to our front, 5 Chevrolets are currently leading this one. Zach Michaelis, Mason Flagar, Connor Gibson, Eddie Haggy, and Carter Phillip, followed by 3 Fords of Brett Guzik, Zachary Tyler, Jason Greenwell, Dusty White in his Chevrolet, and Marshall Crocker rounding it out in the number 10 spot in the 78 Ford. That Canadian trying to work his way back to the front here, but man, oh man, has he got a pile of cars in front of him. scoop.
that he does. Hey, I like it. He tagged the back of his own car.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Man, lap number 27 underway here. Appreciate you guys joining us here at Simtrax Broadcasting for the LAT Racing Oils 113 here tonight with the Bandit Racing League. One caution happened here tonight as it seemed to tangle up Jason Greenwell and Douglas Ross earlier here in the race. Now, but about a handful of laps to go. We are back up around 198 miles an hour, back on the track to start knocking down some of these laps and bring us closer and closer to a winner here of this race. That is going to be a nail-biter, especially to the end. But I'm telling you, that last lap pass is going to be the one. Right now, Michael Kiefer out there saying, Guinness. I agree with you.
I was going to say, Nick Van Bearden is out there saying Gibbon is going to be taking home the gold tonight.
All right. We'll definitely hold our breath. We hope to see that Guinness machine make it. Not bad. All right, 31 machine has been in some trouble here tonight of Connor Gibson. He's up 8 here on the night from originally qualifying 16th, and you clap your fingers twice and bang. Clap your hands twice, you snap your fingers twice. Come on.
Yeah.
Work on it here. David Lakey snapping out of it. Loses a little bit of steam here, and speaking of losing steam, Mark Allen Bivens is off by 2 seconds from this
so
front
is everyone
pack.
Behind him.
Yeah. I didn't see quite anything happen or any bumping and banging there in the back. But they have fallen off. And working on making up the gap up there to Mr. Tyler. Taking a look at our time. Sitting down by 1.9 seconds before we can reach back up there. Now that is also the positions gained and lost here. Zachary Tyler gaining 14 on the night and Bivens down 12. So definitely a lot different nights for both these gentlemen out here on the track.
Yeah, I have some pit information that might be of relevance or not. Ricky Hart and Bill Harkins chose to come in during green flag on lap 25. And Marshall Crocker, if my stuff is right, has yet to pit. And he's in 3rd place.
Yeah, currently that's what it's saying. He is yet to pit. Speaking of which, of the Marshall Crocker, currently on a rampage here up to the front. Look who's pushing from behind. That is Eddie Haggy currently sitting behind him. The 78 machine now up to 5th. So gains 5 positions in a matter of a couple of laps here. Right now he's chugging behind the number 82 of Paul Wilson. You used to seeing him in a black and gold car, but it looks like he's going to separate it between him and Marshall Crocker. And we got a caution back out. Pile up here in the back. And once again, a lot of smoke, no cars. Wrecked out here.
Okay, I can live with that.
Yeah, we're hovering around that Cody Welch area.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Currently seeing, no, we don't have a lot of information out there of any drivers who have been damaged heavily. Right now,
Yeah,
if
I'm looking.
Let's go ahead.
I'm looking as you go by, and I don't even see a fender yet on any of these fellas that they've sprinkled.
Yeah, most of the time the suspension is what fails first on some of these vehicles out there. As we saw Jackson Knock, who should be getting back onto the lead lap here, as he is the first driver to be in a lucky dog position. Let's take a look and see what happens. He's sitting along here with Kevin Foster. All right, there's some tangle up front here. Looks like Greenwell might be in it again.
Oh, no.
Yeah, let's see what happens to Jason Greenwell here. Where is it? Whoa!
Oh, Lord.
Who was that? Was that Carter Phillips?
Oh, my heavens. I don't know, but it came down. Oh, my. Okay, sorry. Wow. Up. Tags yellow. Yellow shoots down. Oh my
Dude.
goodness. And look though. I mean, talk about recovery. He is gold tonight.
Yeah, I would probably say this is a good time for Marshall Crocker to pit. And checking on our ticker, he is. He is currently pitting as we speak. So I want to double check another look here at what sends the 30 careening out of control here. This doesn't...
He clinks into 12.
Well, I see a little pushing here. Watch the wheel. Yeah, we are not making contact. We just go to change lanes. And as soon as he gets fresh air to the nose of that car, it picks up speed and slings him faster to the inside. Yeah, so we will, we'll see how that goes. All right. Stella, while we are under caution, we're going to get a shout out from our sponsors. And we will be right back.
Hey there, Bandit Racing League fans. Marshall Crocker Jr. here, talking to you all about GeezerAuthentics.com, your place for official Bandit Racing League merchandise. Let's check out some of our hot new items, including the Jackson Knock t-shirts that come in a variety of sizes and colors, just the same as our new 785 Racing hoodies. They come in a variety of colors to keep you warm and toasty this winter season. You can also see our Simtrax broadcasting merch to rep your favorite broadcaster, with some desk pads and some water bottles and various other merchandise, as well as our GFR Racing team shirts to rep each and every driver on one of the best teams in Bandit. Go check out GeezerAuthentics.com to see how you can support the series and your favorite drivers. Hey Bandit Racing League viewers, Marshall Crocker Jr. here, driver of the 785 Racing number 78 car, here to tell you all about the all-new Bandit website. From this week, BanditRacingLeague.net is your place for all things Bandit Racing League. At the top of the website, when you log in, you'll see a couple tabs, including our Season 13 schedule, where you can see where we'll be every given Wednesday night of the season. We got our live racing broadcast page, courtesy of Simtrax Broadcasting, where you can watch all of our past races from this season. We've also got our About page, which includes a little bit of info, and a Request to Join link, where you can become one of our newest drivers in Season 14. Finally, we've got our standings from this season, where you can find out which of your favorite drivers will be in the top 12 at season's end, who will make the Bandit Season 13 playoffs. And finally, our race results page for the most recent results from the last race in the calendar. After you're done watching tonight's broadcast, why not go check out BanditRacingLeague.net to learn more about your favorite Wednesday night racing series. Thanks very much, everybody, and enjoy the rest of the broadcast.
LAT Racing Oils is invested in winning. With industry-leading at-track support, superior engineering, blending technology, and the World Championships to prove it, LAT is your premier choice for racing lubricants. Used by NHRA Pro Mod champions Jose Gonzalez and Chris Thorne, along with their closest competitors, LAT Racing Oil continues to carry top-level racers to the winner's circle in all categories of competition. From engine oil to transmission fluid and gear oil, LAT has you covered from end to end in your race car. A nationwide dealer network means easy access to our products as well. Visit LATRacingOils.com for more.
Alrighty, thank you everybody for hanging out for a shout out from our sponsors. Zachary Tyler and Mason Flagar will be going at it here again on this restart. So can the 29 Ford have a good start? Let's see. As green flag is back out to get lap number 33 underway. Alright, nice straight line there. Quick chat there with race control. A warning was divvied out for the last time that we went out. It had a little bit of a wiggle in the front line to change lanes, so there will not be another warning given after that. We're running police officer rules. All right.
Catch you again.
Yep, if I catch you again, I'm impounding that car. All right, take a look here. Is Brett Guzik currently sitting in ninth? Let's see. Doing pretty well here on that inside line. Not bad. Right now, it's definitely difficult here. Once we get up to speed, fresh tires
Wow.
for some, but not really. We have a lot of fuel. Yeah, huge jam up here. Well, look at the accordion. It's starting there in the back. Inside line is just pretty much falling apart. Number 72 leading that one. Mason Flagar has been on the charge backwards. And now he's looking to see if he can work his way back up to the front as he gets a lot of help there from Benjamin Lacey. Stella, look how much these guys are moving around out here.
Oh,
It
yes.
just makes it unpredictable of what the guy's going to do in front of you.
Yeah, and for the first time tonight, we have a new leader, Eddie Hagee, up in front, followed by Marshall Crocker. So I guess that the pit strategy is working out.
Yep, season 11 champion back out front in the 97 Chevrolet. As Marshall Crocker in the Guinness machine sits second, Brett Guzik third, Paul Wilson currently fourth, Dusty White hanging into that fifth spot. See if they can keep this roll going on here. Outside line is prevailing. Leading the charge out front. Look who's still in the charge out there is Jason Greenwell's currently sitting in 12th. The 83 Ford definitely having a good run here tonight after a great save on the first caution here of the night. Unfortunately, his car and another vehicle ended up with a boatload of damage. Ricky Hart, and he's currently sitting down in 26th. But Jason Greenwell, no fear of going 3 wide. He's going to try to pull right on up and grab a hold of Paul Wilson, and he is pulling on through. Great job as we sit on top of Jason Greenwell here. He's got some help from Connor Gibson from the Sour Patch Kid himself, moving their way up front, middle lane, and now a new outside lane is starting. And that is going to be led by Bob Berry on the outside. Bob Berry with a top 10 start, currently sitting in third. Brett Guzik to the inside. Holy cow, guys are all over the place here as they are shooting their way through. Currently sitting on board with Paul Wilson now.
I did not expect to see the number 12 popping in from the outside there. But it looks like Sikorsky's given Bob Berry a pretty good push. Gets him all the way far enough up that he can come down, and they can continue in 1 and 2 with the pushing and pulling.
Yeah, you want to talk about shattering dreams. Right now, that is Ricky Hart helping on the outside line. Remember, I said he's a lap down, currently sitting 26th. Right now, he's got to be as safe as possible. That currently has the number 5 machine, the Weathermaster machine of Sean Britt, currently blinking in front of him here. Right now, that Wi-Fi connection isn't doing so well for him. Hopefully, he is able to clear it up and get back to the front. Otherwise, he's going to be fighting a rainy day here later on. Look at Mason Flagar.
Yes, he is sending it.
Yeah, Flagar to the floor here. He's going to run out of steam. Let's see if yep, that's it. Connor Gibson going to get behind him, and the Young Guns crew starting to link up. Watch Connor Gibson go up there and give him a heck of a shove. This is going to give Mason Flagar the boost he needs to get back up to the front. Boy, look at that. Great job here. Is now separated our teams out there. Bringing up the back of the pack. Looks like Douglas Ross is trying to work on the outside line. Remember, he ended up in some trouble. And the first Jason Greenwell. Yep. And Bob Berry only got a little time out there in the spotlight, but now he's going to tuck in front of David Lakey. Look at that outside line. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Mason Flagar.
Great.
Getting into the wall, baby. I think that's Ricky Hart that
this?
needed to be clean. Mason Flagar is around. And I think Jason Greenwell again.
Yes. Oh, my goodness.
Involved in all 3 cautions here tonight. That looks like a broken toe link on the right front.
Well, we know he's already used his fast repair, so if it is, this is
that's going to be the end of his night.
News. Yeah.
All right, do appreciate all you guys joining us out here tonight. We've got a full house, especially out there on YouTube. Guys, don't forget to subscribe. I will chat it up with you out there. I see you out there in the chat. As Jason Greenwell is going to bring us to our lap 39 caution here tonight. Our caution sponsor brought to you by LAT Racing Oils. All right, let's go back and see how Jason Greenwell got involved here. Oh my gosh.
Sour Patch.
Yeah, look at Sean Britt. I think Sean Britt saved it. I think Sean Britt saved it. What a run.
Do we need to have an inside view of our wreck avoidance?
There's no wreck avoidance here. It's saving the car. Watch the 5 here. I mean...
Oh, okay.
And Cody Welch not catching him.
Zachary Tyler had a around the world view.
All right, let me find Cody Welch here, and then we'll show you just how little these guys can see. Look, car's spreading. He sees nothing. All right, let's aim for an open hole. We're in. Good. Makes it look easy. Great job there.
Well, pit lane is open, so it looks like everybody's going to come down and give this just a top off.
Well,
in
not
case we
enough
don't have
tires.
any more cautions.
Yeah, not enough time has been put on these tires, though. So fueling goes for most everybody out there. Bill Harkins.
Yeah, so far so good. Well,
Yeah.
Bill hasn't come in. He's still one of the original lap 25.
Yep. Yeah, I was going to say, Bill Harkins actually staying out there. Remember, he was a lap down.
Yes.
So currently, I believe last time he came in was 2 tires on lap number 25. I don't blame him. I think I would probably be taking tires around that midway point here of this race. Nobody in the infield car care center, so we should still have all our drivers alive out there on the track.
All right.
Yeah, Ricky Hart involved in that last caution, but he dealt with some damage, though.
Well, Jason Greenwell's been down for 2 minutes, so, and it doesn't look like he's coming out too soon.
No, absolutely not. No, not with the amount of damage he's having to fix out there. But that just tells me he plans on heading back out.
All right.
I don't blame him. Seeing how early we are here into this race, last thing I'd want to do is give up so soon.
Yeah, we've got 2 other long-term pit attendees. One of them being Zachary Tyler, who's just now coming out after 1.5 minutes, and Dusty White, who is still under construction.
All right, Dusty White now emerging.
Yeah. There we go. Love the plaid.
All right, our top 10 is going to start like this. Eddie Hagge, Paul Wilson, Marshall Crocker, Bill Harkins, and Brett Guzik. I think Harkins is going to be marching out, though. I see him on the inside line, so I think they're sending him to the back of the field here. So that'll be Brett Guzik and Zach Michaelis starting 1 through 5. Connor Gibson in the 31 machine will be up there around Douglas Ross, who's returning back to the top 10. Ethan Sikorsky is 8th, Bob Berry 9th. And Cody Welch making out our top 10 here. Great job here so far. Eddie Hagge with a 6.2 pit stop time. That is blazing fast out there. Great job. The only one to do any faster than that was a 6.18. That's brought to you by the 00 of Jackson Knockout there in the number 23. Oh, excuse me. He's currently sitting 23. We'll be going back at it here in just a moment. Stella, do you want to talk about our fan appreciation a little bit before we head back on the green?
No.
All right, well, we'll give you guys a little bit of a hint. Fan appreciation will start next week at Darlington. Key is you got to stay in. We'll have a little trivia question for you guys. And you have to be subscribed here to the channel. You subscribe to the channel, you're going to give you a little code you guys are going to put out there in the chat. And then we're going to give away a prize out there. And we'll reveal the prize here in just a little bit. Pace car lights are off. Haggie and Paul Wilson going to line up side by side. The Guinness machine of Marshall Crocker sitting right behind them. Waiting for everybody to kind of clump up here. Everybody was kind of spread out. All right, race control will have this underway here in just a moment. Thank you again, LAT Racing Oils, for another fine caution flag out there. I say we get this one back underway. Get this one kicked off. We are in the Geico restart zone. Ooh, a little laggy on the start here. Looks like Eddie Haggie decided to drag his left foot on the brake all the way through. Maybe started in the wrong gear. Definitely does. Well, remember, Paul Wilson ends up passing him before the line. He gets a black flag and heads to the back.
Ouch.
So Haggie might have been trying to sandbag him a little bit there.
Ah.
And let the green flag go to Barney up in the flag stand.
So kind of like drag racers and staging.
Of course. Of course. What do you say we put Brett Guzik in the lead?
Done.
Beautiful. Now Brett Guzik will have the lead here for just a moment. I would say slow speed is going to go to the inside lane, and Connor Gibson now has the lead. So Brett Guzik marching back. Looks like he doesn't have any help here on that outside line as guys continue to tussle here in the back. Guzik working his way backwards.
Yeah, they just made another outside line and left him on a third, so...
Yep.
I don't know. What's up? Do you think there's a penalty involved? I mean, why in the world?
Just marched out.
Wow.
Yeah, sometimes you just get caught in the wrong line and away you go. There's no way of recovering. So let's keep an eye. Look how these guys seesaw their way back into the front here. Watch Lacey and Lakey on the outside as they are just on the outskirts of our screen. All right, now that's the number 7 and the 84. Great, big, beautiful numbers that you can see on top. Connor Gibson still battling along side by side out there with Paul Wilson for the number 1 spot, heading to the line. Yep, that one's going to go. Look like to Paul Wilson that time. Outside line still rolling through.
Yeah, but with Connor Gibson on this inside line, they're doing quite well.
Yep. Mama Goo's out there saying she received her Diesel Offense Brett Jet swag hoodies.
Excellent.
And hopefully Mama Goose will be able to tell us how those shirts are.
Yeah,
A lot of Knoxville's out here lately have been picking up a lot of his merch. Remember, 100% of the proceeds go to the league. All right, Stella.
That is correct.
Awesome. Awesome. We say we keep an eye here on the 85 of Cody Welch. Watch Welch help push Paul Wilson. Now the strategy is for the 85 to go right behind Paul Wilson and push him out to a solid lead and then cut down to the bottom, which ends up putting the brakes on Paul Wilson. He makes the pass and then can skirt around. So Jennifer saying the 85, let's go. 85 starting to get up front and starting to make a push here. Great
Kevin
job.
Foster, it stuck to him, but whoever was right behind Kevin Foster was having a bit of trouble after that push.
Yep. I don't think that was Bivens. Bivens should be in the yellow vehicle. Right now, outside line kind of flaking apart here. We are currently sitting on here with Cody Welch, who was having an opportunity to get way up front. Yeah, a little troublemaker out there of Carter Phillips. Is the one getting behind Kevin Foster out there. I know I'm not like wagging my finger at him here.
You are.
He has been in the close vicinity of some yellow flags out there. Now remember, an extended pit time by the number 29. And he is now rotating up front. Ooh, yeah. Carter Phillips deciding to take the center and line up behind Eddie Haggie. Oh. Yeah, I think Eddie Haggie's not only puckering in the seat, I think his race car's puckering too. That looked like it was about to get ugly here right when we were coming to the line.
Yeah, the Zachary was getting a little wiggly and making everybody else nervous too.
Stella, look at this line of cars that we got here. These guys are separating 3 wide. Look at the spray. Oh, man, we got a car backwards. Lakey's involved.
Oh, and it is a caution here on lap 47.
All righty. Right now, David Lakey probably a little annoyed here. They might be transferring some sign language out there as they get up beside each other. 84 working his way around. We are looking to see if any damage has come to David Lakey out there. Looks like all 4 tires are in the right direction.
That's a promising note.
Yep, that's all right. Let's take a look at what happens to David Lakey here. I think Patsy Steele will be probably pretty happy if this does not involve him by any fault of his own. It's brought to you again, once again, by the LAT Racing Oils. Let's see up top. This is where the mix-up starts happening.
Ooh, clunk.
Yep. I think that's Mr. Phillips.
Would be no fault of his own.
Yep. Look at Bob. Oh, Bob able to check up just in time.
Perfect.
Davey hangs on it. Jackson Knock, not bad. Great job.
I think everybody's had their coffee tonight.
Holy cow.
So let's see the start of that one more time.
Yeah, I want to see if we can see Matt Crockett here for just a second.
Oh, okay.
And see the top view of his vehicle coming into this.
Oh.
Watch, you'll see David Lakey get sideways here. Goes down to the bottom, back to the top. Everybody avoiding. Excellent job. That's all you got to say. Wreck, and everybody stops. Estella, I think the one that gets me is look up farther. Do you see Sean Britt? Looks like he's into the wall.
Sean Britt was all the way high line, yes.
We might have to double check and see what happens to him here. All right, so our good buddy in the number 30 of Carter Phillips here ended up getting in some trouble. Let's take another look at it here.
Down, we're up. And then, but he misses the double tap. Oh, he did get in the wall a bit, Sean Britt.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm trying to stay with Sean Britt here and see.
I think that was it. Just kind of gave a little scrub.
Okay. Alrighty. That'd be a good thing to talk about out there. As we sat on the backs of Sean Britt's car, I saw something a little bit of Apex Racing out there. Stella, can you tell me a little bit about Apex Racing? What can you get there? What do they do for the league here?
Well, they deliver sim racing components from all the major brands. And the best part about shopping at Apex Sim Racing is that if you use the code BANDIT, BANDIT, on all the products that you purchase, the league will receive a percentage of that sale. So, and all that income goes right back into the league. So make sure you go look for them at apexsimracing.com.
Alrighty. Long night here for the 84. David Lakey out there. We will try to see if I can. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. To get a hold of David Lakey. To see what exactly he's got going on out there, how he's feeling about this this race. As right now, that he's probably not enjoying most of what he's doing out there, but
I can get him if you want
yeah,
him.
Stella, if you were able to reach out and get a hold of the number 84.
He
What
is.
we got going. All right, driver from Zero Foxtrot, David Lakey in the 84. Dude, rough night here tonight.
Yeah, I'm everybody's pinball right now.
What are we going to do? How can we do it? How can we stay away without getting destroyed here, buddy?
Oh, it's a crapshoot. I'm just going to go from the back to the front again and just see if I can stay up there.
All right, last
Excellent.
question, and I know it kind of might bug you. We got a fast repair?
Yeah, we still got our fast repair.
Woo. Okay, hey, man. Patsy Steele can now take a sigh of relief. You still have a chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not out there. Right now, Jason Greenwell has already dealt with a broken toe link, and so has Jackson Knock, and these guys are on their last strike, so they are dealing with some tough running here tonight as well as you, but I know you're starting back in 23rd. Who can you roll with up there and work your way up to the front that you feel comfortable or isn't going to make you face the field?
If I can get around Curtis or John and Connor, I'll be all right. It's some of the guys that I'm not used to driving around, like the 24, the 25, that are maybe a little antsy. But we'll make our way back up there. We'll be all right.
All right, David. Good luck to you, buddy, and hopefully the Zero Foxtrot Motorsports, you guys can work your ways back to the front.
We'll be there in a couple laps.
Oh, yeah.
Hide and watch.
We're watching.
Righteous.
All right, David Lakey out there is going to get it going. Get us ready to get back underway here. They could be starting in the back. Let's get back underway here. Stella, I am ready to see this get back under green flag, and we do. Mark Allen Bivens is going to take us to this lap out front. Great job here so far to get lap number 52 underway here with the LAT Racing Oils 113. Blytheville, Arizona here from Mark Allen Bivens leading this lap. Look at that huge chunk of cars able to make a solid breakaway here. Great job. Cody Welch still sitting second. Michaela sitting third. And Connor Gibson, another fellow Canadian, sitting on the outside. Looks like he's staying for second. Right now as Cody Welch is getting into the lead. And now KC out there rooting on the 76 machine, who's unfortunately dropped down to third, now fourth, as Kevin Foster's hanging out on the outside line. Outside line has got to stay secure here, all in a straight line as they are starting to separate. Most of the separation you see in most races actually happen from the inside line. This is not the case here tonight, as it looks like. I think that is Eddie Hagge getting marched out of the top 10. Currently, he's going to reside in 16th. But look who's taking the peek up to the front. David Lakey sitting 14th.
Boy, he said a couple laps. He was not kidding.
Yeah, he's trying to find some friends in need. He needs up front. He's trying to see where he can get around. And right now, I think most of his friends are in the front. So he's working his way up there. Watch this run. Inside line. This is him going to the inside of Bob Berry.
Yes.
Waving at Sean Britt. Now he's waving there at Douglas Ross and continuing up front. That's now 12th.
Yeah, this is gorgeous. I mean, if there's a time to use that middle lane, this is it.
Yeah, right now he's going to use the 29 as Zachary Tyler, who's on the roll backwards here to help push him back to the front. And that is not good. This is the big one. Connor Gibson going around here, catching a few more drivers up.
And I don't think Jason Greenwell was caught in this one. I think he got through.
Maybe. All right. Well, that was a lot of cars that time. 31 looked like he got hooked.
Is that
Connor
where it started?
Gibson. Yeah, what brought out the caution was Zachary Tyler and Paul Wilson, who ended up getting around. You see the 31 working back up there. We are starting to rack up the cautions now.
Yes, we are.
Right there. There's Paul Wilson. Yeah, Paul not letting off the gas. Whoa, look at that block.
Nope. Oh.
Welch. Tisk, my man. Look at Marshall Crocker sliding through there. There's Jason
82
Greenwell.
is still full on the gas as he just T-boned somebody else coming through. Yeah, they're at the 20. My goodness.
Wow.
But as I say it, Jason Greenwell is back down pit road.
Yep, well, possibly fixing some more damage.
Just, okay. Zachary Tyler doesn't look too bad considering. But here comes everybody down pit lane again.
Yep, they'll be coming on down as we're getting ready to take another look here at the caution.
Ethan Sikorsky didn't get the memo.
Yeah, this is the huge run here. When Foster gets out of the way, it gives a huge run and leaves a huge air bubble. I think this is the only thing is the... Yeah,
let's see if 82 needed to let up at that point, and he just drove him right through. The block was a block, you know?
Yeah, I would say yes, but I don't know. It's a give and take situation here. I mean, Wilson's into the back end here, and that's why I kind of want to show you what Wilson can see, that he may not see how fast Welsh moves up to make the block. All he can see is Foster. See, he can't see anything. Not sure. Look at the block, and there he is. You see what I'm saying? So at 190 miles an hour, we run out of ideas or some moves. So I would say, Stella, from the outside, etiquette-wise, bad block.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
He had a huge run coming, and he was not in the lane before he moved up to stop the run. So it ended up, if Connor Gibson had checked up, Paul Wilson would have shoved into the back of him so hard it would have then gone down, and Cascade took the inside line out.
Okay.
So that's what I was saying. It's kind of give and take. I'm not saying this is a Cody Welch issue, but I'm not saying it's not a Paul Wilson Connor issue here. You know, it's technically all three of their faults here of what just happened, of it kind of bleeding down and working their way. All right, check it back out there in the chat. Patsy Steele asking if David Lakey made it through. You're daggone right he did. Up to 8th position is where he is.
Yep.
Able to get out of that one. So revisiting back down pit road is going to be Cody Welch and Kevin Foster. I believe Benjamin Lacey. David Lakey's going to go ahead and stay out. Sean Britt and Dusty White coming on down. Let's see, Ricky Hart, Paul Wilson, yep. And it looks like most of the Big Red team is coming on down. A driver we normally see, whoop, looks like a little check up there by the 85. Thought he might have gotten clipped by the 28. That was close. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if Marshall Crocker went through too many stalls there. We'll see if RC keeps an eyeball on that. 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it was at least 4 coming in, too.
La. We don't see anything.
Okay. All right.
That's all right. We'll get them tickets if they don't call it. All right. Carter Phillips back up to the 4th position. Wow. Still, that's something you see at Talladega is the shifting back and forth. Now, I would say anybody out there who is concerned of the amount of cautions, they will start to dwindle down. And there's only one guaranteed reason as to why, is we are running out of fast repairs. So
I thought we were running out of drivers.
Yeah, you got to. No, drivers. We've given them their one chance to try to straighten it up and get back out there, but.
You think now they'll be more careful?
Yes, Jason Greenwell still dealing with it here. Almost 5 minutes sitting in the box.
Ouch.
Yep.
How was he running so well if he needed that much more repair?
I don't know if he ended up getting clipped somewhere in that last caution.
Man.
Or if he had some trouble. Sometimes out there running damaged can actually cause more damage. Such as if he were
splendid.
bottoming out going around a turn. And now he's starting to end up with some steering problems.
Gotcha.
Alrighty, once again, thank you again, LAT Racing Oils, for sponsoring our caution laps. And each flag, Budget Off-Roads is asking for safety yellow. No more confusion. He wants that hoodie, and he wants it bad. All right, I want it bad. Let's get some green flag laps under our belt here. Ethan Sikorsky taking us back to the green flag. Away we go. Right now Sikorsky out front. Mark Allen Bibbins returning back to the front lane here. At least back to his original qualifying position. And now Patsy Steele out there. Some heartfelt remarks out there for David Lakey. All right, dude, check that out. 84 machines sitting third. Wow. Well, David Lakey still has his fast repair, and that's what I would say right now. That has got to be the one thing that has got to keep his courage going. Is right now a lot of these guys, whoa, Lakey, come on.
Oh.
Sorry, a little blank there, and that was a horrible time. You saw Carter Phillips sling to the outside, and Lakey blinked out. Oh, man. All right, Douglas Ross, let's check in on him. He's currently up 18 positions. Now sitting 19 positions up as he grabs 7th. Carter Phillips right now on the slow boat there as he's trying to get back together. And now this race is definitely kind of taking a weird and an odd turn here. Jackson Knock up to 5th. Oh, Brett Guzik. Somebody squeezed him out of there.
I guess so.
No can do, 97.
Again. This is how we started the race.
Yep, 97 closing the gap and leaving Guzik. Top 10, no can do now. He's now not praying to hold on to the top 15. That's all it takes, one bad turn. Oh,
whoa.
Good cut off there. Yeah, right now, Cody Welch is out there on the GFR team. No communication. Brett Guzik, him. It's BC Sim Sport trying to get it working together. Let's check back in on Mark Allen Bibbins, who's currently sitting in 7th. Dave Weck trying to come up with something as Curtis Yancey sitting up front. Yancey out there with Zero Foxtrot Motorsports, trying to take on the Young Guns Motorsports crew.
Yeah, Budget Rides out there. He's also enjoying the fact that they can watch their friends and family from miles away. I find this quite fascinating. Sometimes we joke about blinking and things like that, but you are looking at people from all over the country, plus Canada. We've had races where we've had guys from Australia racing, from the Ukraine racing, all at the same time. It's a worldwide phenomenon, and it's, to me, I say this is what technology's for. This is what the internet's for. It brings the world a little closer together. Okay, did I ruin your vibe?
Nope, but definitely closer together are the drivers out there on that inside line trying to make something of it here. Notice how Haggy is starting to pick up pace as Lakey had regained the lead for about half a lap, race to the line. That one's going to Haggy. David Lakey, as soon as this track can stay a little heated up here, get a little more rubber to that middle line, he'll have more success there on the outside. We'll say the Crunchy Rolls machine there of Ethan Sikorsky out there in the only lone Toyota tonight is going to help Lakey. Oh, does not.
Nope. He
Holy
makes his
cow.
very own line.
Drum roll, please. As David Lakey, out he goes, is able to tuck back in. Great job. Lakey trying to reach out there and grab a hold. Bob Berry there on the outside. Bob Berry currently sitting in 10th. Notice how he's on that outside line. Great job as everybody is clumped together. Two drivers who are off pace, though. Bill Harkins and Dusty White. Currently, both those guys are lapped down here. Hopefully, we'll be able to get back to it. Say down a lap. Stella, correct me if I'm wrong. They are not down a lap. They're just down by almost a quarter of a lap here, aren't they?
Correct.
Okay.
Right now, the only person down is Jason. He'll sit in the pits.
Oh, Lakey, inside line. This will help that inside line start moving now. Eddie Haggy will be probably pretty happy about that. This will give him a chance to start bringing it up. He does. Rear ends him there.
Push.
Now, I know, guys, this does seem pretty easy. You always think drafting is a piece of cake. The driver has to remain straight. The one behind him has to push. The 1/3 in line has to get close enough to keep downforce on the second car, but not give too hard of a shove. And it definitely takes a little bit of orchestration out there to make it all work. Douglas Rawson knows all about that. He has been a winner at Talladega before. Over at the big show.
That racing is a little bit of a different animal.
You could say that again. All right, David Lake is still working on it here. I would say what I'm getting at here with the drafting is not only does the drafting have to be a well-oiled machine here to make things work, but your well-oiled machine is going to start to overheat. And a lot of drivers who end up getting tucked behind another one, starting to shove up to the front, actually start an overheating process, and that's what you see Eddie Haggy is starting to lean back just a little bit here. Getting a little nervous about engine temperatures as we get inside his car now. And fortunately for him, he's doing okay. Sometimes you'll see a little red blinking light up there on the digital dash. Now, back in the ARCA cars, the Gen 4s, the Xfinities, you actually had a gauge. But that is not a possibility any longer. David Lakey wanted to make a run here to the line. As Haggy fades to the outside, Haggy's going to lead it. Oh, Lakey, come on. Boy, horrible time to be blinking again here. Let's see if I can get in the chase copter cam as we look over top. 3 wide here, and that is Connor Gibson caught in the center.
Yes. Along with Mark Allen Bivens. And boy, are these guys getting close.
Yeah, right now, pinballing around. David Lakey was saying he was one of them. The 31's about to be in it. I see Eddie Haggy shuffling backwards. Not in the position he wanted to be in. And
that's
Haggy.
Curtis Yancey now getting an interesting push from Paul Wilson, who we know is is full speed ahead.
Look at Yancey going down there by himself. Waiting for the 25 here of Douglas Ross to reel him in. We are led by a Toyota for the first time here tonight, Ethan Sikorsky. 2 Fords of Matt Crockett and Paul Wilson, and we've got Chevrolets almost for the remainder of the top 10. Breaking it up is Zachary Tyler, who's currently sitting in 9th. David Lakey falls back to 10th. Benjamin Lacey, who's been quiet all race, out there in the Filming the Wild machine in the rear. Out there currently sitting in 7th. Boy, look at Yancey. Look at that shove. Yancey with 0 Foxtrot. Finally getting some teammates around him here. And I would say, yeah, that's a good idea, but it looks like Lakey gets caught in the center, and now he's going backwards. That's impressive, you know. We just saw 2 laps, and David Lakey's now down to 18th.
Back where he started.
Steele, I'm not going to say anything. I'd have see no evil, speak no evil. Here we go. David Lakey working his way back up to the front now. Carter Phillips will be next on his list, but he's going to get behind him. All right. After Western Union him a modem here. Right now, that thing is blinking all over the place. Right now, we're trying to see if he can hang in there.
He's going to go ahead and take the slice right up through the middle again.
Yeah, kind of a gutsy call. I would say where he is, I don't think he's going to get enough help to get back up to the front, and now it's starting to put the brakes on him. Up to the front, Ethan Sikorsky trying to lead another lap, but Connor Gibson to the line, getting a shove there by Curtis Yancey.
There we go.
That's
Looks
the kind
like
of
he's got
pushing you
some
want
help.
to see. Yancey's not afraid, but Yancey holding it to the floor. And I think the only thing they're getting ready to do is pull Connor out of the car and beat him once they get into pit road for wiggling so much. Oh my gosh. As a driver, you get frustrated. You follow behind the guy and look at Connor starting to slide back to the bottom. Now Curtis is trying to push this guy, and he's changing lanes here. Maybe he's tired of getting pushed.
Yeah, but he's not going to let up on him. They're moving forward.
All right, lap number 69 coming to an end. That lap getting a little screwy there. And they are working their way. Notice that outside lane is absolutely falling apart out there.
Now, is that all the big red propane guys together back there?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, right now I was looking at David Lakey was reeling in. Eddie Haggy was giving up, heading down the center. Carter Phillips will be next.
Oh.
Phillips making contact.
Okay. They
Yeah.
held it, though.
Well, Sikorsky getting a huge shot.
Give him a little high five.
Yeah, high five. I don't know about that. Right now, this is sitting with Ethan Sikorsky looking back. Here comes Haggy. Taken there by David Lakey. We will keep us under control. Good job here so far. That is the 82 machine, Cole Wilson.
Got a little damage on that front right quarter
Oh,
panel.
man. You're a huge let-off there, so there's a big checkup. How crazy is this racing here, guys?
From this angle, it's amazing. I mean, we're right down in it.
We just saw Haggy slinging on by. Haggy currently sitting in fourth. Sikorsky might have a run here on the inside line. That might put Haggy back in fifth position. He hangs on. Mark Allen Bivens getting back to that second position. Bivens doing a lot of work here tonight. Trying to maintain a good bit of speed out there. And keeping it rolling. Stella, I am looking back. I believe we have our first retiree of the night.
Mr. Greenwell?
Dusty White.
Oh. Okay.
Dusty White in the 24 Chevrolet has taken it back to the garage. Made it just shy of 66 laps out there.
Yeah, this is pretty hair-raising. That's another thing that, you were saying it looks easy, but it's not. And sometimes we have some fatigue issues, People have, it's pressure to be out here and on the track with all these wild and crazy guys.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're definitely starting to tick the laps off now. We're coming up just about 40 laps left of this race. Steady on top of Benjamin Lacey's machine here. And I know he would love to go ahead and get himself another win. He could get his way up to the front. Stella, how have our wins been here for the past couple of weeks?
How have they been?
Yeah, our guys who ended up winning the races. I know we've had Cody Welch up front, Benjamin Lacey up front, and Nick Nickerson. They've been kind of doing some switcheroos out there of who is actually taking, taking the checkered flag, but hanging out in victory lane.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Lacey has been pretty profitable. I mean, yes, last week he won, but third the week before and the week before that. So that's nothing to sneeze at. Also, Indianapolis, Benjamin Lacey won. So they're working pretty good. Now Cody Welch, needless to say, has 4 wins over Benjamin's 2, but They are sitting 1 and 2 in the driver's standings right now, followed up by Nick Nickerson, Connor Gibson up 2 places in 4th, and Jackson Knock tied for 4th. Kevin Foster is in 6th.
Now, you want to talk about a wild mix-up. It's getting Nickerson out here if he was able to attend. That would have been, I would say, another card in the spokes out there. All right, Eddie Hagge leading the race. Zach Michaelis sitting right behind him. Mason Flagar sitting 3rd. Bivens 4th. Sikorsky is 5th. Now, most of our front runners returning back to the front. Most positions picked up by the drivers up front are 4 in the top 5. And all Chevrolets except Ethan Sikorsky's lone Toyota tonight. Great job here so far as lap number 75 comes to an end. And Eddie Hagge leading this race. We are well separated out there on the track by almost 2 seconds until we can reach back and find Jackson Knock. But Knock, not so fast, 1.6 seconds off. They were 2, as David Lakey's doing everything he can to help shove him back to the front here. I don't think any of this was intentional, but some interesting blocking, different passing out there has allowed these 2 piles out there to kind of separate. So our top 11 drivers driving away with this one.
Yeah, and if Hagge keeps this up, I mean, we saw him win the Gateway, Big Red Propane 113 at Gateway, but we have not seen him up in the top since. So this would be pretty good for him.
Yep.
He is currently sitting in 12th in the standings, so he would make the cutoff of 16, but you want to give yourself a little bit more gap than that.
All right, Stella, right now I'm looking at Bill Harkins coming down pit road. I'm not sure if this is for a scheduled pit stop. 13.67, it might be a scheduled pit stop. Back out, he's going to go.
Yeah, well, he's only come down 3 times, where most everybody's in the 5, 6, and 7 range.
One of those Marshall Crocker moments, gambling for another caution, and he did get one. Lap number 78 underway here. Eddie Hagge and Zach Michaelis still hanging on.
Followed by Mark Allen Bivens, Ethan Sikorsky, and Zachary Tyler.
You haven't told me a thing about FMR Performance here tonight.
I have not, because you haven't asked.
FMR Performance. That's what,
Yeah.
Fred Mott Racing?
It is, exactly. It's performance aftermarket products for your everyday hot rod. And they sell their goods out on Facebook and on eBay. You just have to look them up under Fred Mott Racing.
They sell their goods? What kind of goods are we talking?
Oh, all kinds of aftermarket products.
Ah, for like racing?
Yeah. Well, like
Cool.
say for your everyday hot rod.
Ah, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, don't forget to check out FMR Performance. Appreciate all you guys out there in the chat. Definitely keeping it lively out there. Jay's saying some of that racing we've been seeing out here, pretty breathtaking here tonight in the Bandit Racing League. These guys have been doing a fantastic job. Had a slew of cautions there for a moment, but it seems we got them pretty much cleaned up. Last caution we had was back on lap number 54. Most everybody came down for fuel. Not many even considered tires. But they're going to be working, and our first driver actually coming down pit road now.
Yeah, Ethan Sikorsky. But he's, believe he's being joined by Douglas Ross and Matt Crockett.
I would say I'm down pit road. I sure hope somebody's going to join me, or otherwise I'm going to have a rough night. Getting separated from the field, no help out there in the draft. Good luck. Good luck. I've seen guys' races ruined by that and not be able to return.
Yeah, now I'm tell you, Zachary Tyler is up 23 places for this evening, which is the hard charger. On top of that, on lap 55, when he came down, he ended up having to spend a minute 22 in the pit to get repairs and whatnot, and is still back up here in 4th place. That's pretty cool.
Yep. Say Jason Greenwell may have retired for the night, has not decided to take it to the garage.
Perhaps he is spotting for his team.
Yep. Definitely helping other pit crews out there.
Come on, Douglas.
At Douglas right now, currently, he pit on 79. So this does put him a lap down, though. Trying to get some speed, that way he can grab a hold of the tail end of this field so he doesn't get lost. That should be Curtis Yancey he's grabbing hold of there. Final driver in the top 10. Nobody else has decided to pit yet. So, Stella, do you think we got a little strategy going on here?
Good possibility.
How far was our fuel limit?
At this point, we're 20-something laps from, between the guys that came in on 55 and the guys who came in on 79. It's, like 24, 26.
You're saying the guys that came in on lap 79 may need to pit again?
I'm saying the other ones are definitely going to have to pit. These guys may make it.
Trying to squeak it out to the end, huh?
Yes.
Now we'll keep that in mind. We'll see if that does come around. If I'm not mistaken, that should be Ethan Sikorsky on the outside line there.
That would be quite the stretch, though.
Yep.
Now, if a caution came out and they chose, when they're running caution laps, do they run out of fuel, more fuel or less fuel?
Less fuel.
Okay. So if a caution came out, they might consider not pitting. Those 3 fellas. Correct?
I think so, but I think we got trouble in the back here. I've got a
Something.
driver
There's
around.
A whole lot of smoke.
Yeah, I thought that was Zachary Tyler who went around in pit road here.
Oh, dear. I don't think it caused as much smoke as they showed. I don't know, but I'd be getting out slapping around my team. They stand there and be ordering pizzas like that.
Yeah. Here's an entry of pit. Right now, yep, right across the nose there. Gets turned around.
Yeah, well, it's kind of,
Look at Lakey. Help!
yeah. Almost everybody was supposed to run along the top side of the dotted line.
Yes. Unless you can't get there. And that's the only reason it's allowed. If you can't get to the outside line of pit road, then they do not penalize you for being stuck on the inside, but they do recommend that you squeeze it closer together. So Zachary Tyler may have never seen him there.
Yeah, and assuming nobody's down there because everybody would have been up top. Okay. Yeah. Oh, ugly.
Yep. Ugly's going to be some of this stopping heading into pit road, trying to get the maximum amount of speed. You wouldn't think it'd be that critical, but it is. All right, Cody Welch into the box.
Yep.
Yeah, I expect to see maybe rights and then back out. There's no way. Does he take 4? No.
No.
Okay. I was like, wow.
All right. Here comes Benjamin Lacey. For some reason.
Oh, John!
Oh. Nelly.
Right now, he's still sitting there. Gotta get going here. Holy
Did he
cow.
mess himself up?
No.
Okay.
No, he spun it around. A set of cold tires didn't do him any good.
No, even though we're at 111 degrees on the tracks, they're still freshies.
Yep. Now still sitting around 74 degrees when they put him on the when they put him on the car.
Oh my.
Most of the time you see trucks walk around like that heading out of pit. So that just tells me he kind of goosed it on the way out. And that thing stepped out on him. The number 15 machine looking at least try to help him out here. That actually being Matt Crockett out there. Matt Crockett trying to be some help. Crockett came in on lap number 79.
Okay.
Stella, we have a huge
Gap.
separation of all of our drivers. We expect to see in the next 10 laps they start clumping together.
They hope.
We back Ricky Hart, see back here. They start getting pretty separated. They're almost about 3 seconds before they can find the top 5.
Yeah, that kind of time can be disastrous.
Now remember, these guys, these are the ones who pit down on lap 83. These are the ones that are kind of double checking that stopwatch out there if they're going to make enough fuel to make it to the end.
Yeah.
So this still could be a problem out there. So we're led by the next chunk back here. That being led by Eddie Hagge, followed by Ricky Hart, Cody Welch, and Benjamin Lacey. And now I think we reach back to Marshall Crocker, who's currently sitting in 10th. Brett Guzik is 11th, sitting right behind him. Moving on to Jackson Knock and Bob Berry for the top 13. Now I think we look back again, and that should be Connor Gibson and company with Sean Britt and Kevin Foster sitting behind him. Glad to see Jason Greenwell after 27 minutes. He's returned back to the track.
Outstanding.
Yep, in the 83 Fanatec machine. So that Ford continuing to run. 25 laps left to go here. Check back up front. They have caught the pile there. I say they're off by about 2 to 3 seconds. They are now in the lead.
Ricky
Look, Curtis
Hart.
Yancey doesn't want to get left alone. Yeah, Ricky Hart leading the race here.
Yes.
Stella, if I'm not mistaken, he was involved in a caution out there earlier, wasn't he?
Not cause of one.
Yeah, the one that involved Jason Greenwell getting turned around, and he was on the outside wall. I think that might have been our first caution of the night he was involved in.
Okay.
Right now, Budget Off-Road going to be pretty happy to see Cody Welch sitting in that second spot.
Oh, yeah.
The good pit stop, 12.4. Back out he goes. He's actually got the fastest pit stop time of the top 3.
The worst place to be is in first. Coming to the line on these races.
Yes, they may be sitting back on this one. Hart's going to go ahead and duck on out, putting Welch into the lead. Benjamin Lacey holding on to the second spot. I would probably say most of these guys may follow the leader for a while. See if there's any separation. I think that is actually Paul Wilson losing the draft. Yep. So losing the draft there. That means Marshall Crocker's going to catch him. And Marshall Crocker could use a little bit of pull now. starting to see some of our times. Looking at Marshall Crocker's time compared to our leader. Cody Welch is losing 2/10 this last lap. As Crocker's starting to make up the time. He's got a lot of help there from Brett Guzik, who's sitting right behind him. So our top 10, top 13 cars should be making a valiant effort at catching up. Connor Gibson not doing as well as he had hoped to get up to Paul Wilson now. Now he's lost a 10th here on the last lap. These guys aren't really squishing together as much. I would say Jason Greenwell needs to get up and start giving a shove here to Connor Gibson. They are losing some time out here.
Yeah, that would make Sean Britt and Foster a whole lot happier.
Yeah, they'd like to get back in the chase here, that's for sure. One lap left to go in this one. Zach Michaelis now has the lead. Mark Allen Bivens sits second as the shuffling up front continues.
Yeah, I don't mind the shuffling. They just need not to...
Here we come.
Oh, yeah. Throw it all in the mixing bowl.
Yep. All right, now, finally, our top 12 drivers have now caught up. Connor Gibson now 5 seconds off. Oddly enough here, Stella, you would think that these guys being clumped together would make a breakaway. It actually works against their favor here. The more side-by-side racing, the slower these guys end up going. So Connor Gibson was down by 5 seconds, is now down to less than 4. I mean, these guys are doing an insane amount of speed right now. Currently running, right now Connor Gibson's running a 200 miles an hour, and the guys in front of him are running 178.
Really?
Yes, right now he is picking up a massive amount of time. Look at this.
Oh, under 3.
Yeah, look how fast he's picking up speed here. This is a great amount of time.
Yes, it is.
He's picking up 1.8, 1.6, 1.5, 1.4. I mean, look. Holy cow.
Another lap. Yeah, another lap and they'll be back with him.
Yep. As we sit on top of Connor Gibson's car. Right now, he couldn't be any happier. Look at the speed he's getting now. 186. That's now.
Pick a high line.
He's 15 miles an hour faster than the guys in front of him. Might want a 3-2-1. Yep, rotate to the high line and just keep that roll.
Go, bud. Go high. Go high.
All right. So Sean Britt and Kevin Foster get an opportunity here as they rejoin back up to the front. A little laggy on the rotate up to the high line there. That means Britt and Foster now going to have to restart and try again. All right, if we are hoping for anybody else to be able to do the same thing, Douglas Ross would love to make up some time. And if you thought the last feat was bad, 9.5 seconds
Oof.
is what Douglas Ross is going to have to make up here. Now, he's got Ethan Sikorsky and Carter Phillips behind him here. So this trio may have to overcome a really tall mountain, and it can be done. We just saw Connor Gibson do it, and Connor Gibson currently is sitting 4th. So he has already gone from the back of that line. 8.7 now for Douglas Ross. They've got to stick together and keep doing what they're doing. It's working. But Ethan Sikorsky having to get out of line, probably get a breath of fresh air to the front end of that motor so he doesn't burn up. So Douglas Ross on the back foot here late into this race. Let's get back up front where Cody Welch, Benjamin Lacey, and Eddie Haggy hang out.
Yeah, but not that far up. Cody Welch is down in 9th versus 1st where we saw him last. But, you know, Sean Britt was in the 3rd of that 4 line coming up, and he is now sitting in 3rd place.
Yep.
Make that 2nd.
Yeah, now 2nd as he's working on the outside. He's got the lead heading around the tri-oval here. He should have Paul Wilson at the line, and he does. Sean Britt leading the lap here tonight. Not bad. The number 5 Chevrolet. Joined some time out front. Boy, well, he saw Kevin Foster, and that was going to leave him by himself. He had to jerk down to get in front of this line, but we are single file, and this is not going to work for Douglas Ross, who are trying to chase.
Yeah, because you were saying if it's 2 lines or more, that's when they're slower, and these guys would do better. But now they're single lines also. Bummer.
Yep. Hell, I think even farther, Matt Crockett, David Lakey, and John Osborne are sitting 18 seconds off pace. And they came in at different times. Crockett came in on lap 79. Lakey came in on 83. John Osborne on 85. We saw what happened to Osborne on the way out. I believe he is the only driver to take 4 tires. Eddie Haggy may have taken 4, seeing he had a 15.5-second pit stop time. Which is dismally slow, seeing that most of our median pit stop times hover around 12.5 seconds.
That is fast.
Yep, but 3 seconds will cost you, especially down in pit road. 16 laps left to go here of the LAT Racing Oils 113. This is SimTrack Broadcasting coming to you live here from Talladega. Shout out from our sponsors coming up here, guys, as we get ready to kind of watch this one crunch down. We'll talk about Fan Appreciation Week, and we'll be right back.
Industry-leading at-track support, superior engineering, blending technology, and the World Championships to prove it, LAT is your premier choice for racing lubricants. Used by NHRA Pro Mod champions Jose Gonzalez and Chris Thorne, along with their closest competitors, LAT Racing Oils continues to carry top-level racers to the winner's circle in all categories of competition. From engine oil to transmission fluid and gear oil, LAT has you covered from end to end in your race car. A nationwide dealer network means easy access to our products as well. Visit LATRacingOils.com for more.
Hey, Bandit Racing League viewers, Marshall Crocker Jr. here, driver of the 785 Racing number 78 car, here to tell you all about the all-new Bandit website. From this week, BanditRacingLeague.net is your place for all things Bandit Racing League. At the top of the website, when you log in, you'll see a couple tabs, including our Season 13 schedule, where you can see where we'll be every given Wednesday night of the season. We got our live racing broadcast page, courtesy of SimTrack's Broadcasting, where you can watch all of our past races from this season. We've also got our About page, which includes a little bit of info, and a Request to Join link, where you can become one of our newest drivers in Season 14. Finally, we've got our standings from this season, where you can find out which of your favorite drivers will be in the top 12 at season's end and will make the Bandit Season 13 playoffs. And finally, our race results page for the most recent results from the last race in the calendar. After you're done watching tonight's broadcast, why not go check out BanditRacingLeague.net to learn more about your favorite Wednesday night racing series. Thanks very much, everybody, and enjoy the rest of the broadcast. Hey there, Bandit Racing League fans. Marshall Crocker Jr. here, talking to you all about GeezerAuthentics.com, your place for official Bandit Racing League merchandise. Let's check out some of our hot new items, including the Jackson Knock t-shirts that come in a variety of sizes and colors, just the same as our new 785 Racing hoodies. They come in a variety of colors to keep you warm and toasty this winter season. You can also see our SimTrack's Broadcasting merch to rep your favorite broadcaster, with some desk pads and some water bottles and various other merchandise, as well as our GFR Racing team shirts to rep each and every driver on one of the best teams in Bandit. Go check out GeezerAuthentics.com to see how you can support the series and your favorite drivers.
Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for a shout out from our sponsors. We, oddly enough, have gone back under caution here to a driver you wouldn't expect, as I kind of zoomed in a little bit. Bill Harkins, unfortunately, has gone awry here and kind of put it into the wall. We'll double check and see what exactly went. He said it was a technical problem. Wow! Boom! Yeah, he's lost everything. No steering, no pedals, no nothing.
Oh.
From what he's saying out in the chat.
He couldn't even tow.
All right. He said he's got something on his... On your steering wheel is a tow button? Come on,
Yeah.
Bill. All right, so
go.
Bill kind of going to be in the back now, unfortunately. But I do want to kind of bring up our fan appreciation. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and put up that QR code once again. That way it'll direct you guys to the website. And our giveaway is going to be... Ooh. So we'll give you guys the rules next week. You got to be subscribed to the channel here for it to work.
You're going to need to be in the chat.
Yeah. And if you're not, it's not going to work. So hopefully it's...
We still appreciate you. However, you won't be eligible for the prize.
I like that. However.
Well.
However. All right. So that is going to be our prize. That will be our giveaway. You'll see the QR code a couple of times. You should have seen it during the commercial. I can't believe no one said anything out there on the chat of, hey, man, what's that? Yep. So we'll have that rotating around for the remainder here of the race. That way you guys can try to grab a hold of it. And trust me, it's up there for about 8 seconds before it rotates through, so you've got time. And it comes back, I promise. Speaking of coming back, Eddie Haggy and Marshall Crocker will be in the front row. Kevin Foster will be starting in third, and Ricky Hart, Paul Wilson, Sean Britt. Great job here by the Big Red Propane team and the Ultimate Towing and Recovery. And Bill Harkins is rooting me on, hoping we can get those subscriptions over 800. We broke the 700 mark here with the Bandit Racing League at the beginning of the season. Season number 12. As we are slowly creeping up there. Guys, we are here at Talladega. Getting ready to wrap this one up with the LAT Racing Oils 113. I would say we're going to cross our fingers and make it to hopefully make it to the end without being under caution. Douglas Ross was able to make that about 7-second gap up. Just by a little fumble there. And we are back under green. Eddie Haggy, Kevin Foster. 12 laps left to go as they get back underway. Eddie Haggy starting to rotate up the track just a little bit. See if he can get a good run into one, and he does. Eddie on top of Paul Wilson's number 82 Ford here. He's been pretty much occupied by all Chevys, but now all Fords occupy the top 5, except Haggy Chevrolet, who's now getting ready to fall to Marshall Crocker, who now has the lead on the outside. Paul Wilson definitely knows how to push. You better believe that. He's keeping it alive.
All right. I like to see everybody, though, back up here and running together again, rather than all strung out for the ending.
Especially with the drivers that have fought their way from the back. Marshall Crocker started outside the top 10. Sean Britt started outside the top 10, and so did Paul Wilson. So they have definitely been chugging to get back up front. Zach Michaelis, he's been up front most of the night. And now the Fords have been marched out. Kevin Foster looks like in a bad spot. Already gets shoved all the way back to 14.
And we do have another person who has taken number 72, Mason Flaker.
Oh, doggy, we got Eddie Haggy going around. Haggy saves it, though. No caution. There it is.
Okay. Yep.
Off the racing surface, heading down pit road, backwards at over 90 miles an hour. It looks like he saves it. It seems no worse for the wear. Looks like everybody out there is realizing it's Guinness time. Highly recommend out of the can or the tap.
Highly recommend overseas. It's better. It's worth the 8-hour flight, trust me.
Is it still only 3% over there?
I don't know, but the taste is so much better. It does the job.
Now we'll see if the Bandit Racing League thinks about sending one of our guys over there to confirm this.
Ah, a little recon.
Yes.
I like it.
All right, let's take a look at what brings out our next caution here. Eddie Haggy in a bad spot. Oof.
Oop.
Is that boy?
Oh no, that's Buster.
Clink.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, look
No worse for the
look at
wear.
Eddie Haggy. Sees the wall coming and is able to get away from it.
Nice.
Yeah, little playing with the gas and the brake there to get that thing going the right way.
Well done. Yeah, I usually wait until the end when you ask me what I think about the race, but tonight I would have to say we have had some absolutely wonderful examples of driving this evening. You know, that's between the avoidance, between the saving it, the not coming back up on the track and involving everybody else in it. This has been really a lovely uh, exhibition.
Yeah. I think it looks like Guzik changes his mind about the outside line. Comes down and collects him here. Then he decides the high line's the best way to go. Alright, I don't see anybody taking on pit road now. Everybody came in on lap number 99, so they should have had plenty of time. So, maybe Guinness time, but right now it's caution time. LAT Racing Oils bringing you the sponsor here of the caution flags here tonight. Stella, what are we up to?
7. You were asking me how many?
Yep.
Okay.
7 cautions here tonight. I would not call that the lucky 7.
Oh, but it is if it's the last one.
All right.
Try to look on the bright side.
Yep. I think they're taking a look. Right now I see race control up there taking a peek at a replay of that situation there to see who was the caused caution. We'll see who heads to the back. I think drivers are currently sitting in the back are Brett Guzik, Eddie Haggy, and Kevin Foster. All three of these guys did revisit down pit road.
That's because they all got bumped, bashed, and everything else, so.
Yep. Alright, so Brett getting a little big for his britches on that one. Sitting now 21st, Eddie Haggy. Looks like 44 seconds down there in the box. Was able to square that car away. Say if he had another set of tires, he's going to do it, but with 7 visits down pit road, I think his options getting pretty slim. And Kevin Foster has been down 9 times tonight. Last stop was about 51.5 seconds. The number 8 machine.
Now, is he going to have to stay in the back too, or will he come up?
He came down pit, so he forfeit the spot.
Ah, okay.
So this does give Jason Greenwell back onto the track. Another lap back.
All right.
He was able to pass Dusty White out there.
That's just what I was going to say.
Unbelievable.
Good deal.
Alrighty. Race dwindling down here to the last few laps. I know you guys all out there are rooting on your drivers. Go ahead and tell me once again out there in the chat who you're rooting for. Patsy Steele, I got a pretty good idea.
Mama Goose, I got a pretty good idea.
Yep. Mama Goose out there. Jay's out there rooting on Brett.
Got several out there rooting on the Guinness.
Yep. And
Brett, Michael, Nick.
Oh yeah. And Jennifer, there we go. All right, 85 all the way. KC's hoping Bivouac can do it. He might be
in
able
a
to.
position.
Well, he's up there. 76 Machine's got an opportunity. Lakey sitting 9th. Arthur Phillips sitting 7th. Yeah, we got some names up here. Could do it. I see Lacey coming out in 3rd here. Right now he's sitting in 12th. Let's see how he does. I'm thinking Welch, Yancey, Lacey. I think there's going to be a big one up front. Something's going to happen here.
Really?
Yeah, 31
Oh,
of Connor Gibson's been a little fire plug here tonight, so we'll see how that Sour Patch Kid does. Zach Michaelis in the front. 7 laps left to go here, ladies and gentlemen. The LAT Racing Oils is coming to a close. We can get this yellow fever under. Yeah.
Keep it under wraps.
I thought I was saying it. I thought I was like, yeah, all right, well, maybe under. Uh-oh. I saw it going 3 wide. I said, never mind. We might be revisiting that caution here. Yancey out.
Whoa, push.
Well, looks for Das Boot. Lakey wants to cut down, but the 30 is right there on his quarter panel. Yeah,
well, I
I'm
don't
not
know
sure.
if he wants to cut down. I think he wants to push 51 up past everyone so he can get in front of Sean Britt.
Yeah, it's time to stop separating this 3-4 wide. They're racing like it's the last lap here. There's some trouble back there. Oh, there's the squeeze. Lacey's in trouble. Lacey right up there with Paul Wilson, probably in his ear.
Exact. Oh,
yep, there it is. Oh, there it goes. Oh, my gosh.
Check it out. 51
Hold
did
on,
a
it's
full
continuing.
roundabout and turned and is going forward again like nothing happened. That's wild.
Oh, Douglas. All right. Who still has a faster pair?
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, Benjamin Lacey. You're letting me down here, man. All right. Hey, Carla Bivens out there rooting on the bivouac. Right now he's sitting in 3rd. David Lakey's still sitting 5th. Cody Welch was able to avoid that one. I see Hayden Paul, Douglas Ross, and Paul Wilson involved in this. I know Paul Wilson, he was up front there pretty well. So I'm certain we'll probably see what he's got going on. I think he actually might have been the second part of the wreck. Show me a little something here.
Yeah, I kept
There, Yancey goes around. Boom.
Oh,
Look
well.
Look at Lacey.
That is how Benjamin Lacey went. Oh, yeah, we had a bunch of them in this one. They're down in the infield crashing, too.
How'd the 51 hit the wall, and you say he's still going straight?
Mm-hmm. He did a full 360 and is still going straight.
What a hit, though. What a hit. I mean, sent that thing straight into the wall. How does Yancey get turned here? No, that's not Welch, is it? Oh, Yancey changes lanes and gets into the 30.
94 says, I don't want to be here.
Let me tell you, Welch got lucky there.
But you see, watch. And just keeps on going. Full 360 in middle track keeps on going. I love it.
Foster, that didn't help. Haggy nailing him. Paul Wilson.
Looks like they've settled in about 17th, 18th. Oh, what just happened all the way back here with Bob Berry?
He was able to squeeze out of there. With Sikorsky.
Yes.
Oh,
like he got
hooked.
Oh, yep.
Who was that? Knock into him?
Yep. Ay, ay, ay. Wow. I need it. I think Jay's trying to say he needs a bumper car remote? Or don't. Maybe a bumper car emoji. I don't know. Hey, you got work that one back for me.
Wow.
All right, 4 laps to go. I guess we're going to run down to 3 and do our first green-white checker of the night.
Roger that.
Alrighty.
That's one I hate. Is a shootout at the end of Talladega. We're not 100% full speed. We're still poking around.
Yep.
That's gonna be rough.
If we can do it in 1, I think that'll be the best case scenario.
Boy, it's tough. All right, we're still hanging on there. Appreciate you guys hanging in for the LAT Racing Oils 113. At least 37 oddballs have been watching us currently right now on the stream.
All right.
Appreciate you guys hanging out with us here tonight. We are coming down to the very end. I gotta admit, this is gonna be pretty close here, but we'll see. We'll see if they can straighten this up. Love to see this come right to the line. All right. Gibson, Zach Michaelis, Mark Allen Bivens, and Sean Britt. Dave Lakey and Cody Welch, all in their Chevrolet, setting in the top 6. Marshall Crocker is now down to 7th after the good wreck avoidance. Ricky Hart sitting 8th. Jackson Knock is 9th. Knock has been quiet all night. John Osborne returning back to the top 10 here. Douglas Ross, who was in some issues earlier, currently sits 11th. Matt Crockett 12th. Zachary Tyler 13th. Hayden Paul. Boy, talk about coming out of nowhere. Remember, he started from the pits in this race. Started 14th, and Kevin Foster, our 15th place driver. Notice how Brett Guzik sits on that inside line. He's gonna want to shoot his way up to the front here. All right, Patsy Steele, nervous. We'll see how these guys do. All right, give us the green flag. Hitting the Geico restart zone here, right at the right of your screen. We're going to be led here by Zach Michaelis. And that is going to be under review. We'll see if that happens again. Zach Michaelis switching lanes there out of the number 12 machine. And we will double check and see if that is going to be a problem. Boy, you would hate.
He's sawing back and forth on that bumper.
Yep.
Connor Gibson is. That's just frightening to watch. You're waiting for that to become a lovely push to an awful pit maneuver.
Yep. They're trying to hang in there and try to keep this roll going. Michaelis, Gibson, Bivens, and Lakey getting away from this one. We are 3 wide here in the back, though. Right now, I told you somebody was looking to move their way up to the front. Curtis Yancey joining back up in the 12th position. And that is Brett Guzik moving up to 10th. Final lap is out. This is where it all happens. Hopefully we don't get any hurt feelings. Cody Welch actually marching backwards, unfortunately, sitting 14th. Look at these drivers here, shooting through turn number 2. Still, Zach Michaelis in the front. Connor Gibson holding on to that second position here. Oh, boy, there it is. still going.
Oh,
That's Welch.
Still.
Yep, that was Welch into the wall. Here's our top three here. We'll keep an eye on Connor Gibson. Gibson might be pushing him to the lead. No, here's the last lap pass. Coming around to the turn. Connor Gibson's got the lead. Does he hold him at the line? And
No.
Michaelis gets him.
Oh, my
Michaelis,
heavens.
Gibson, and
Yes.
Bivens.
Yes, he did. I thought he had him, but nope. He could not hold it.
Yeah, we will double check one more time at the end of this race if there was a lane change at the beginning out there for Zach Michaelis. Seeing if there is any trouble there at the restart or if this was Connor Gibson coming in second. Connor had it. But the huge pileup multiple times.
Yes, I can't
And
even
right now,
tell
I think
you.
Connor Gibson is pretty much deflated here as he saw the wind slip away. Look at this shot. The 81 machine of John Osborne getting into the back there. It looked like Ricky is the first where it started.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, Ricky Hart got slung off here. I want to find Ricky Hart and watch the wreck where it starts here. A little farther away, right there. Gets hooked. Comes back down the track and catches everybody.
Just knocked, yeah.
Yep.
My
So
heavens.
Osborne gets through. Osborne rotates back up into Cody Welch.
Don't go back up.
Yeah, and I would say
Oh.
there's Cody Welch
That's
here.
Lacey getting it again. Osborne's airborne.
Yep. This is Welch trying to come back down the track. There's contact with Sikorsky. You see Crockett trying to get through. Crockett bangs him back up the track.
Yeah, pieces flying. Oh, he's going to come back up again. Oh, missed. Thank heavens.
All right, so we will double check. Right now, Connor Gibson's still limping away here. Mark Allen Bivens sitting at the line. Remember, I said this one still may be under review at the start of this race of what happened to Michaelis here. At the line. Here's Michaelis outside line. Green flag is out. He goes and cuts down. Now, remember, he's already been warned once.
And he is being DQ'd for this.
Okay, so we are being double check and see what happens here. And we'll see, because if he is DQ'd for this, this will put David Lakey in the third.
He is. I'm reporting back.
Alrighty. So that is going to do it. Disqualification by Zach Michaelis at the line. That's going to give us Connor Gibson, Mark Allen Bivens, and David Lakey as our top three. Yeah, budget off-road out there, taking a look, trying to figure out where your driver did finally finish. And that's Talladega. That's the thing. You can't gamble on any part of this track on any lap.
And Cody Welch couldn't stop getting hit and turned around, ended up in 23rd. Brett Guzik, who we saw way up on the wall, ended up in 19th. Sean Brett, who I thought missed most everything, ended up in 17th. So we definitely had some
Sean
toss-ups
Brett,
here.
the only one who qualified 17th and actually got back to his qualifying position.
Yeah.
Now, Douglas Ross was up 20 positions tonight, starting in 26th, finishes 6th. Not bad.
Not at all.
Great run there. Connor Gibson and David Lakey both gaining 14 positions here on the night.
Yeah, Lacey got tagged again really bad on this last one, ended up in 20th.
Yep. Well, the worst part is when you see some of your strongest drivers out there, a lot of crazy stuff happens, especially out there on the track. And a lot of guys, I would say, feelings hurt, things like that. We were kind of rooting on the Guinness machine as well. And Marshall Crocker did nail down, looks like with the DQ, up to 4th.
Okay.
So that's going to give Connor the win here. So the Sour Patch Kid does make it. Boy. And I think, yeah, the right rear is broken in this.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what he was trying to do. He can't even do a burnout. Finally wins a race. I can't burn out.
Hey, I can do big circles. That's close
Oh,
enough.
man. Bummer.
That is bad. I wonder if you can do like a okay, he's going to do the one where you can up against the wall. Maybe you could do a reverse burnout.
Maybe.
You know, where the front end goes round and round.
Maybe. All right, I appreciate all you guys hanging in here. Chat from all our guys out there on the track and how this wild and crazy last lap ended. So we'll be right back after we reel our guys in.
Hey there, Bandit Racing League fans. Marshall Crocker. Hey, Bandit Racing League viewers, Marshall Crocker Jr. here, talking to you about BanditRacingLeague.com, your place for all things Bandit Racing League information. Check out any of the pages on the site, including the schedule, to find out where we'll be the rest of Season 13. You can also check out the broadcast page to see past and future Simtrax broadcasting productions of the BRL. You go to our About page and you can sign up and learn more about the series and maybe be one of our newest drivers in Season 14. You can also go to our point standings to find out who's on the cutoff line to make the Season 13 playoffs, and finally see the results of our most recent race. Best of all, it's got links to Geezer Authentics as well as our live broadcasts, so you can get all your Bandit content.
LAT Racing Oils is invested in winning. With industry-leading at-track support, superior engineering, blending technology, and the World Championships to prove it, LAT is your premier choice for racing lubricants. Used by NHRA Pro Mod champions Jose Gonzalez and Chris Thorne, along with their closest competitors, LAT Racing Oils continues to carry top-level racers to the winner's circle in all categories of competition. From engine oil to transmission fluid and gear oil, LAT has you covered from end to end in your race car. A nationwide dealer network means easy access to our products as well. Visit LATRacingOils.com for more.
All righty, everybody, catching up with our third place finisher, David Lakey. Promised us we'd see him up front, and we do. Third place finish here tonight in your Chevrolet. Boy, it was nothing but bumping and banging out there, even to the last lap. Talk to me about, how you made it through and survived to the end.
Promises made is promises delivered. Isn't that the saying?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So yeah, no, I that's a Trump quote, I think. I had to, get lucky at one point. I think I'd fallen out of the draft and was way behind, and then the caution that got brought out, I think it was Bill. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Got me and John and a couple other guys back in the race, and then from there it was just, picking my partner and picking my way up to the front. A couple other cautions happened, and then I just, was in the top 10 at that point, so I just had to buy my time and stay clean.
Man, oh man, dude, it's so many drivers out there. You ended up 3 wide most of the time here tonight, and we kind of saw how it went around the track. Now, can you talk to us a little bit about the next gen cars and how they kind of wobble out there on the track? They almost seem to kind of float to the top. You bump to the guy at the bottom, and it's hard to keep the car stable out there. What does it feel like?
Yeah, it's a little wishy-washy actually. The side draft is extremely powerful But if you get like too close, it feels like it's like a magnet. They almost want to come together, which is I think what caused a lot of the cautions tonight. And then when you got guys 3 wide and the car in the middle washes up a little bit too much, it spooks the guy on the outside lane, and then
Yeah.
chaos ensues. But there was a lot of good moves. I enjoyed watching a lot of the guys make some pretty daring moves tonight, and I hope it paid off for them.
If we were in a different car, do you think half those moves would have happened?
Um, I think the Xfinity car is an exciting car to watch here at Talladega. If we were in the trucks or in the 87s, I don't think half those moves would have been made. But Xfinity and Next Gen definitely add that level of excitement, that maneuverability. Um, but it is sketchy, so you kind of got to grip the steering wheel tight and pray for the best.
We have to do the same sort of thing at Darlington, which should be our race next week. Boy, it's a love-hate relationship with a lot of drivers. How do you feel heading there?
Uh, it's tricky. It's very tricky. It's not my best track whatsoever. Yeah, I think I'm on the bubble. I think I'm on the outside looking in. I got to catch Eddie, which I think I maybe got a few points on him tonight. But I'm gonna have a good finish at Darlington. But the lady in black normally wins that race.
Man, well, I always say enter high, go low in the middle, and then enter high again on exit through turn 1 and 2. Not what's normal, but what they've kind of figured out is starting to work here lately. All right, David, congratulations on your third place finish here, buddy. Go and give me a shout out. Miss Patsy Steele has been out here watching you quite some time.
Yeah, my mom's always watching. I appreciate her watching. She's messaging me like sometimes during the race or after the race, so it's always exciting. Thanks for watching, Mom. And I want to thank my sponsor, Ignite RC, buddy I actually worked for. He's got a great company. They convert electric RC cars into nitro RC cars. So shout out to Ignite Design and shout out to Zero Foxtrot Motorsports, all my teammates, John, Connor, Hayden, and Curtis. It was a great one of those guys tonight.
Man, awesome job here
They
tonight.
convert them into what?
Nitro cars, like little one-cylinder RC cars
Oh
that
my.
have like a one little piston. They're really fun.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry, I hadn't heard of that one before.
Cool. David Lakey, congratulations on your third place finish, man. We'll see you at Darlington.
No, I appreciate it, guys.
Oh yeah. All right, Stella. Yeah, those little nitro cars, you gotta rebuild the engine. I think every 4 to 8 hours of runtime. But
I
man,
was
are they a
thinking,
blast? Those things are like rocket ships.
I thought he meant like nitrous engine,
Yeah,
like, yes.
yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
heavens.
That's pretty crazy, isn't it? I'll
It
tell you
is.
something pretty crazy. Mark Allen Bivens up front almost all night is able to survive the onslaught at the end. Mark Allen, we are one step away from the win here tonight. Talk to me about how your Chevy stayed up front.
I mean, it was just kind of just fundamentals, you know. It seems like I'm always up front at these super speedways. Last couple times I haven't had too good a run, so I mean, I was really hoping it would stay green on that one where me, Connor, and Zach pulled a second ahead, but didn't. But uh, as much as I'd like to be one step up, and I'm happy with where I am, I think I would feel a lot better if I was one step down, just because I wanted Zach to get that win as a teammate, is his first one. So I mean, it I get it. Rules are rules. In my opinion, it was a bit harsh, but I mean, also as a league owner myself, I mean, I know that you do have to make that decision, and so it's a tough decision to make. But I do get it, but I just can't help but to feel bad.
Yeah, yeah. Well, but also sometimes when you're in the lead, some thoughts go by a little faster, and you aren't able to get it through. I know if he was able to go, 120 feet and just stay in a straight line, I think he'd had it. I knew that was some trouble. I think from talking to RC during a commercial break that I think he had been dealt a warning. But regardless, man, rules are rules. We'll figure it out here. Talladega is always kind of a tricky track, no matter what. And oddly enough, not tricky like Pocono, but not hard and crazy like Richmond or Martinsville. This is a lot of teamwork out here, working together and trying to stay out of trouble. Now, Bandit Racing League here had a lot of trouble, but you were able to stay out of most of it. But some of your teammates not so lucky.
Yeah, for sure. Whenever Mason got involved in his crash, it was it was definitely a tough position because it it ended up working out for me because I'm pretty sure that was the one that put me back in the front pack. But uh, it was just tough to know that I would have to now have one of the main guys I'm working with be gone with a faster pair or something. He's going to be taking it easy, which I mean ultimately he had to end up disconnecting for other things. But um, I mean it was all about just staying out of trouble like it usually is, and we did a good job of that tonight. A better job than we have in the past few times here at the Super Speedway. So just glad to know that I kind of got my Super Speedway mojo back.
Yeah. So how do the young guns move into Darlington next week? You know, especially you. How do you guys overcome that track when some guys it's a strong point, sometimes it's weak, but you guys all got to meet somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, for sure. Darlington's always been a good track for me. I mean, it's going to be a lot harder in the next gen just because I don't really run it there a lot. But I've had some pretty good runs in the next gen there. I was really hoping it'd be in the Xfinity car, but just how a schedule works out, I can't do anything about it other than go into next week and try my hardest to go take home a W.
All
There
right.
you go.
Yep. No driving your eyes closed on that one. That car ain't gonna drive itself. Mark Allen, go ahead and give me a shout out here, buddy.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank everybody that helps me out. I'd like to thank all my teammates at Young Guns Motorsports. I'd like to thank Zach Michaelis for helping me all night. I'd like to thank Connor Gibson for also sticking with us. Just everybody. I'd like to thank Clark Sources and CTESPN. I'd like to thank my idol Antonio Brown. And we're gonna move on to next weekend to go try to take it home.
Cool. All right, buddy. Hey, before I let you go, who's the guy on the hood?
Oh, that is that is gonna be Mark Allen Bivens as Antonio Brown, just trying to follow in my idol's footsteps and get just be big.
Cool. All right, buddy. I knew I was gonna get you. All right.
All right.
All right, Mark Allen. Congratulations, buddy, on your second place finish. We'll see how you do next week.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
All right. I knew I had to trip him up somehow. See something insanely crazy out there. Holy cow. All right, let's get ahead to our winner here of Connor Gibson. No burnouts for you. Car's broken, but you come in for the win. Talk to me about it here.
Oh man, what a race. I mean, there was about 3 wrecks that happened off my nose that none of them were even my fault. They just kind of happened like around me. And I was like, oh, this is going to be a fun night. And then got clean. We had that green flag run. And then I got up to the front track position, and then me and Mark had been messaging and had a plan to try to get one of us to win there at least. And I knew as soon as I saw Zach go down to the bottom before the line, I knew that was gonna be the call. And I would have been fine just running in second behind him, but as I wanted to cross the line first too, and then I knew Mark was gonna go for it, so.
Just to make sure you got the win for sure this time.
Exactly.
All right, how does it feel getting a win later into the season here?
Honestly, it hasn't set in yet. I mean, it's pretty awesome. I've been trying to win here for. I started in season 10. I think we're in season 14? 13? 14?
13.
13, yeah. So, I mean, it feels pretty special. This league, definitely a great group of guys. Bill, you guys, awesome place to come race every week, and it's an honor. I'm glad to finally get a W.
All right, man. Well, we see that a lot of drivers are pretty nervous about this upcoming next week. Although it is fan appreciation race week next race, Darlington is pretty tough out there, you know. They don't call her the track too tough to name for nothing. How do you come off a win into a race like that? Are we full of confidence, or are we kind of back in the back 15 trying to hang back and let the race come to you?
To be honest with you, before tonight, I would have been kind of nervous. Now, I don't care. I got that win, so I'll reset and focus on the playoffs and try to get me more W's and a championship at the big W at the end of the season. But, Darlington's a challenging but fun track. Next gen car, it's pretty fun there. I feel pretty confident, but like I said, I don't care because to me next week may as well be All-Star race because just got to reset and get the mindset going for the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
You
Well,
now I know you're in fourth in the standings, but this isn't a win and you're in year, so
Oh, I know.
don't slack off too much.
I just I feel like all the pressure's gone now. So
yeah, just being able to get a win in the column is very nice. Now it's, hey, now you got one, some bragging rights. Two, yeah, now you were top of the top dog getting some of the points here tonight, especially with an outside a top 10 start. You come away with the win. Yeah, I knew Zach cutting down in front of you may have been just kind of a chip shot after that, but it may have very well not been caught there, and then you'd be in a real world of hurt. So definitely, we'll see how it goes. And Connor, we even know, man, during the next gens, you take the track differently at Darlington. The little more of the high-low run that you run between
and the shifting too.
Yeah, between 1 and 2, and then once the tires start wearing down, you're power shifting to get through, or what do they call it, the money shift through 3 and 4. So that definitely is going to be something you've got to knock down, and we see a lot of guys do double shift on the way down, and that's how we get the spin outs. So, all right, Connor, man, we'll see how you do at Darlington, buddy. I can't wait to see how it goes. I think I'm missing your shout outs, and other than that, we're gonna let you get out of here.
Shout out to you guys for putting on an amazing broadcast every week. You guys are great. Thanks to Bill. Thanks to everybody else that chooses to race here every week. It's always a lot of fun. I'm glad to be part of this league. And shout out to everybody that I'm going to make watch this video, whether they like it or not. So they can have fun with that. Because I'm not going to shut up about this one for a while.
Yeah. Well, I gave you the nickname the Sour Patch Kid, so we'll see how you do.
I think the paint scheme's got to stick now.
Excellent.
There you go.
Excellent, yeah.
Hey, Patrick.
Yes, sir.
Sorry to jump in there. Just wanted to come in and congratulate the Canadian on his first win in the league. I know that means a lot to him. Pretty neat to have a first-time winner also. So congratulations there, Connor.
Thanks, Bill.
Awesome. There you go, Bill. Swell his head up. Connor, congratulations on your win, buddy. We'll see you next week.
Thanks. See you next week.
All righty.
Well,
awesome.
Patrick, I have to swell his head up because, pretty soon we're going to be owning his country. So, he's going to be
easy there.
Whoa.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Here we go.
Not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Nope. So Zach Michaelis, in a wild turn of events, changing lanes before the start-finish line, disqualifies himself, putting Connor Gibson, Mark Allen Bivens, and David Lakey into our podium positions here tonight. Don't forget, everybody out there who's still in the chat, we have got Fan Appreciation Week next week. We'll give you guys the rules when we get there. I don't want to give you guys any sneak peeks on how we do it and how we're going to go ahead. So you see what you guys are going to win there tonight, and there's the QR code. That'll get you to the website and over to Geezer Authentics as well. That way you guys can get all that awesome merch. That does help the league. Stella, anything left to add?
No, but keep it up. I can't wait till we see the Lady in Black.
Ooh, Lady in Black. All right, everybody. That's going to do it for us at SimTrack Broadcasting, bringing you the Bandit Racing League on this fine Wednesday night. Be well, be safe, be kind. We'll see all you guys next time.